Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of Ryuutama seyo, aka Travel, our Ryuutama game here on Twitch. Oh my gosh, it has been much too long. For some of you, it's only been 2 weeks. For others, it's been like a month, which is forever and a half, really. Let's do some check-in. Let's see how everyone's doing, what people have been up to. Jess. You've been not busy at all, right?
No. Why? I have done nothing. Gosh, let's see. I have been prepping for a Ryuutama campaign that is not this one, but one I will be running over on Scraticus's channel starting next Thursday. So if you don't have anything to do on Thursday nights, you should come watch it. It's completely polar to this, by the way. If this is happy and warm and sweet, and that one is probably gonna be more like Full Metal Alchemist-y, semi-dark. Because they wanted a Kuroryu. That was not my choice. I let them pick.
Nice.
So we'll see how that goes. And it's got a very strong Japanese aesthetic, so it's gonna be kind of fun.
Awesome.
And then Lindy and I had a session 0 for a game we're both in on Encounter Roleplay, Vampire the Masquerade, Carnival of Blood. So that's
fantastic.
Been me.
Looking at chat real quick, Summer, why are you a dumbass? What have you done?
I'm so pissed off at myself in this moment. Because I have martial artist, which allows me to attack twice.
If you get a crit, yes.
If I get a crit?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was just any time.
No, it was. So
less pissed off then.
The very first iteration of Fighter, it was whenever you wanted, and then I realized that was horribly broken, and we adjusted it before episode 1 to make it when you crit. So
that's not what I wrote down.
No, you wrote down the original version, then didn't change it.
When I crit, I'm writing that down right now. Oh my gosh, I was about to be so furious, especially because there's been so much stuff that I just leave in my notes, and like my +1 when I concentrate, blah blah blah, that's stuff that I'm bad. Anyway, I'm doing great.
Yeah, you had some stuff go live last night.
Yes.
Want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we launched the Off the Table website last night. It still says it's insecure if you go there, but I swear to God, I'm not trying to steal your information.
It's very confident. It's a very confident website.
It's pending, but
it's totally safe.
We released the website last night along with our first episode of our new podcast, Tabled Hearts, which is a Monster Hearts 2 podcast that'll be releasing weekly on like Friday nights. So I'm really excited. It was a lot of work. I'm exhausted. I've just been working on this stuff like every night. But yeah, super, super exciting. So go check that out if you have a little bit of time. If you need something to listen to. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I'm so happy for you. It's
Thank
that
you.
feeling because I know you've been working on this for a while, but that feeling when you've been working on a project and you can finally launch it is just it's so good.
It's so nice to know that like from here on out it's just going to be like updating rather than like fully putting in the time of, starting from scratch. So I'm really excited, and now we're just like, I don't know. It's awesome. I'm glad that it's done.
Yeah. Not to talk shop too much, but did you hand code it, or are you using a builder service or what?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Squarespace?
Squarespace,
Gotcha.
110%. That's what I get a discount through my job. I love my job. I get discounts for everything. Squarespace.
We're not sponsored by Squarespace.
Look, if Squarespace wants to
Squarespace.
sponsor the stream,
hit me up.
Yeah,
I'm here
I will
for it.
praise you till the day I die because it makes my life so much easier. But no, I am not that patient.
Yeah, my website, so the website for my Twitch stuff, the twitch.dylangrinder.com stuff,
which is beautiful, by the way.
is hand coded, and
You monster.
editing that,
why do you do that to yourself?
Because of the particular platform that my website is hosted on, it's that or WordPress, and I hate WordPress.
Fair.
So
fair. Understood.
And like I know enough HTML and CSS to use Bootstrap, so there we go. There's my website. But that does mean that when I want to make changes to the website, oftentimes I will figure out everything that I want to do to make changes, and then sit on that for about half a month, and then make changes.
Yeah.
It's just this like I don't want to open brackets and type in the shit and like
arduous.
But I will say with my website construction, because I'm not doing anything fancy, right? There's no like comment section or anything that involves
You don't have
Java.
80,000 plugins.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to deal with. I did most of my work in setting up like the classes and whatnot, the CSS. But anyway, that's getting into the weeds. Nobody in chat wants to hear me talk about.
This is what happens when you get 3 designers by
There are
trade.
too many designers here.
You get
That was a
off
mistake.
topic.
Yeah.
Jolie, it's
Hi.
been a while.
Yeah. I'm really excited to be back again this week.
Hell yes.
Yeah. It's like the bright spot of like my life right now.
Oh,
I love it.
I'm
it's
glad.
great.
I'm glad.
Yep.
This game is definitely like the brightest point of my schedule. Like the other games are fantastic and fun, but they're not happy, right? Like Tomb of Annihilation is not happy. Our Dungeon World game is not happy, but this one here we get to experience joy, and mostly I sit back and go "Ah," for most of the episodes. So
Yeah.
that's
so great.
always fun.
Yeah. I haven't been up to too much. It was my birthday in the past week, which was kind of fun.
Happy birthday!
What the heck?
Yeah.
Hey!
So that was
I
cool.
forgot we went.
And
That's
I didn't
awesome.
make any. I didn't actually make any plans because I hate making birthday plans. I don't know. I think I just have this like fear that for some reason no one's gonna show up or something. So then
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna like circumvent that experience and just not invite anyone over or do anything.
Yeah,
But then
I feel
it all
that.
came to I'm in a choir, and choir was on the same day as my birthday.
Mm.
And yeah, it ended up being amazing, and a bunch of people like took me out for dinner after choir, and yeah, it was great.
That's
So that was
awesome.
really-
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome.
I used to
Wow.
hope that someone would like plan me a birthday party. Then I realized that was never going to happen.
Yeah.
So I started throwing myself these like huge birthday parties, and I was like, "You're
Awesome.
coming, you're coming, you're coming."
Oh
Just end up with like
my
30
God.
people. It's normally
Nice.
a bar crawl. Tacky
Is there
Christmas
any
sweater
other
bar
way
crawl.
to birthday?
No,
I mean, I
it's a
typically
competition. Who's left
birthday.
standing at the end?
I usually take a nap.
So recent years have been weird because like most of the people that I used to know in the area have like started to move out of the Bay Area. But like my birthdays used to be like starting when I was a teenager. Was I would just be like, hey, here are some ridiculous movies on Netflix. You guys come over to my house and let's eat bad food and make fun of movies together. That's a decent alternative if your guest list is smaller than like 20 people. If you're looking at more than that, then like no, that's not gonna work. But this year I actually have some plans that are in the works that will involve streaming. But I'm not at a point to really talk about them yet. So keep an eye on the Twitters for that. Anyway, Lindy,
Hi.
welcome back.
It's good to be back. I'm so hyped. I'm ready to play. I've got my notebook. I'm ready to take notes and stuff. And
Awesome.
oh my gosh, I was so sad I couldn't play the last time, the last
Yeah.
session. But cursed internet's not working. But yeah, I'm just play what some might call way too many tabletop games. 13 to 14's not too many. It's just right.
So is that all?
As right now, yeah. For now.
You were at a convention last time we were gonna have an episode, right? So
I was at
which
GexCon.
con was that again? GexCon, that's right.
GexCon.
There were like 3 conventions that weekend.
There's like 8 conventions that weekend. It's too many conventions that weekend. People need to pick other weekends to have conventions on, so you can go to all of them. But it was super fun. I got to hang out with Wise Papa Grant and Laura Lania. They were super awesome. We had a lot of fun. I drank a lot of alcohol.
Adult beverages. Delightful.
Lots of adult beverages. But yeah, it was super fun. It was a really chill con. I got to, they did a D&D epic where I dressed up as a pirate NPC and harassed tables, triggering random encounters. I killed like 1 or 2 people. It was pretty great.
Awesome.
A lot of fun.
So cool.
Yeah, since then I've just been hyped and waiting for more games to start because it's kind of been a weird between season thing on a lot of channels. So I'm still hyped for Vampire the Masquerade on Tuesday with Jess, and then Call of Cthulhu on Wednesdays. So Wednesdays is like my anchor day in the week.
I have no clue what I'm doing in Vampire the Masquerade, but it seems like it'll be fun.
I totally know what I'm doing in Vampire the Masquerade. It will be fun.
Oh, don't you mean the Chad show? Thanks, Lynn.
The Chad show. I'm okay with this. I have Chad's list of magical items on a sticky note.
Oh God.
Good.
Fantastic. These past few weeks, I started playing the Banner Saga, which has been fun. We're several hours into that playthrough now. It's beautiful.
Good.
The music is great. The art is great. The writing is pretty good. I don't know that I'd call it great, but it's above average. I've taken some issue with the UX of the game.
Yeah, I
Like,
have feelings about that.
Not being able to save whenever feels really weird, especially in a game where your choices matter. Like, I want to save scum, okay? Like, I want to save, have a choice, feel bad about it, and then go back.
That not being able to save whenever is very... It's an archaic mechanic that I don't... Like, it's retro, but not in a good way.
Yeah, like... I understand wanting to make the choices feel important, but I rarely feel like I'm given enough information beforehand, like to make those choices and feel like, no, I chose to make a sacrifice, right? Like, I chose to let this character die in exchange for this other thing, or I chose to lose supplies in order for this. Like, it's intentionally mysterious, which is great as long as you can go back, but I just feel like I'm getting like pranked by the game all the time, where it's like,
oh, you made that choice, sucks for you.
Ha! Get fucked. Yeah. But then also we didn't have a show. We didn't have Dungeon World this past weekend because I was at a friend's wedding reception. And that was fantastic. It was my closest friend from college, who had gotten married recently, and the best part is that she proposed to her then boyfriend with a sword, which I just think is the greatest thing ever. I think that is a tradition that we should start picking. She dubbed him when he said yes. So I just think that is the
fiance.
most. Yeah,
that's incredible.
Right.
That is how you propose.
Absolutely, and I'm like, fuck rings. Rings don't do anything, right? Like,
You can
in the
kill
real
someone with a
world,
sword.
rings aren't magic, okay? But swords.
I don't know. My ring has a secret Triforce in it, so
that's pretty dope.
it's from the 1920s. It wasn't supposed to be a Triforce, but I look at it and all I see is Triforce. I'm like,
Nice.
It's also good.
Cool.
So yeah, that was fun. But today I'm excited for our good Ryuutama. I've also decided that today is going to be JRPG and Japanese beverage. I have a bottle of ramune here, which I've never had. I've never had ramune before. So the YouTube title for this will have to be American tries Japanese beverage, exclamation mark, or something like that. But I will, before we get into the action, I'm just going to derail us for a moment longer to see if I can open this bottle and then drink out of it. So
we just react to your reaction.
Hey!
Yeah.
We're doing like all the YouTube memes right now.
Yeah. Well, I could successfully open the bottle, so that's good.
Woo.
Drinking out of it is difficult. Wow, that is so sweet. Holy fuck.
That's
Oh
what
my
people are
God.
going to say about our campaign.
People,
Yeah.
look, people talk
sweet.
about U.S. beverages and sodas being too sweet, but this is like sugar. Awesome.
To be fair, I didn't see any when I was actually in Japan. So
I'm gonna
We're like,
get.
we send this to the Americans. And
Yeah, they just put
Yeah.
Japanese. They just put Japanese labeling and branding on it, and they're like,
Totally.
they like sweet things. They will love this.
They will drink this and go sugoi. All right. So I'm gonna get really hyper. I'm gonna get really hyper about
Sugar rush.
30 minutes to 45 minutes into tonight's episode, and then I'll crash about 2 hours in. So.
Then we'll all be sad.
I'm already there, and I've only started drinking my caffeine for the day. So
Oh boy.
yeah, I'm like double hyped because apparently mine was some power blend of black tea and mate. So
boy.
Mm. Nice. All right. Are we
Perfect.
are we ready to play some Ryuutama?
let's
Always,
do it.
always,
Yeah.
always, always, always.
Every day.
I
24
I
hours.
know you are. If I could prep this stuff faster, we would play every day. All right. With the dawn comes reunion. The bedraggled Summerlanders rejoining their wintry friends at the gates of Windy Knoll, to much surprise and celebration. Your quest leads you out of the foothills and onto the craggy trails of the Togata Mountains. The ridges shelter you from the wind, but also enclose you in a monochrome landscape of brown stone and dry shrubbery. Lamb, though, takes no notice as she turns something over in her hands. A prize from Daimyo Takuma's personal armory. Lamb, what did you obtain from the Daimyo's armory as reward for breaking the curse in the windmill?
So I took some light armor.
Oh, cool.
And I like to imagine that it's very like ornate, very like decorative. Maybe, aside from her beautiful ribbon that she got, probably one of the prettiest things that she's ever owned. I'm not really sure exactly what piece of armor I would want it to be, although I'm thinking some sort of like chest plate, basically, like that she can lace up.
Mhm. It's
So
like a lacquer breastplate with
Yeah.
ties in the back. Yeah.
mhm.
And I think you're right. It is ornate because it is high quality. So you have high quality light armor, which means it has an additional +1 to defense. So you've got, that gives you what, a 2 defense now?
Mhm.
Nice. Tanky
And no
Lamb.
penalty.
yeah, because I have high quality clothes, and that just gives me a +1.
Mm-hmm.
So
So yeah, you're all back together, hiking up this hiking up these mountains, and I want to know how everyone's feeling today. So let's get our condition checks, shall we?
Ain't that just the way to start?
Right.
Let us
gotta
let
remember
us
everything is
watch.
on this sheet.
I have a question.
You'll become grumpy.
Yay.
Yes.
I have a question about our conditions that we had last time.
Uh-huh.
Do we still have those?
Have what?
I was exhausted and poisoned
Oh,
from the ghost.
yes.
Yeah. Oof.
Yes.
You have to roll a condition higher than the difficulty rating on that in order to shake it.
Yeah, so if your condition is higher than the status effect
Uh-huh.
on the following day, then it clears.
Okay, cool. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can do that.
But your condition check is still made with the reduced
Yeah.
stats.
Could I have bought like 2 rations in town?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, just barely higher.
Hey, 2 8s. Nice. So you're both doing pretty well.
And they clear.
Oof, close. Yeah.
Oh, Yikes. All right. So Danjin is in the lowest spirits today.
Yeah.
Are you just distracted again, or is this because you got swept away in a flood and then wandered around the wilderness with your sister for a day and a half?
I like to imagine
Yeah.
when we regroup with them, with Lamb and Mule, that Kiro had fashioned some type of like a rope harness and was like leading Danjin back so like he couldn't get too sidetracked.
Yeah. I think actually I think Danjin has most like I think because we had the spirit wards and everything in the town.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that he was getting spooky vibes even out in the wilderness in the surrounding areas too, and he was very distracted and feeling creeped out by like the
Mhm.
spiritual energy of this whole region. And even when he got to town, he just didn't like actually being in that town. And he was like talking Kiro's ear off about like all the wards and like rituals and superstitious things that he has about ghosts. And yeah, he's just like he was like unnerved the whole time that he was in town. So
All right. So you're just sort of nervous today.
yeah, I'm like happy to get out of there.
And I think we can see that as you're walking next to Lamb. How do the two of you interact? Like which of you speaks to the other?
Probably both speaking over
Yeah,
each other, I
I
would say.
know. I think Danjin, are you wearing your new armor already?
I think she's like trying to put it on, but she needs help like lacing it up in the back.
Oh, Danjin's definitely helping you put it on then. Lamb, this
Did
is
I
going
make
to
a
look...
good choice?
Oh yeah, you look incredible. You're just gonna be like so much more super than you already were. What do you think, Mule? Doesn't she look really good?
Huh?
What do you think?
Doesn't her armor look
Do
great?
you like it?
Yeah, it's armor.
I tried to pick the prettiest one, but it's hard to tell.
I think it's pretty.
Sure, I guess.
That's right.
Mule kind of looks away quickly.
Yeah.
That's probably about as good as an answer as we're gonna get out of him.
What do you think, Kiro?
I mean, it looks good. It looks like you can take a couple punches there.
Punch me.
Yeah, do it.
What?
Yep,
Don't
just hit
do
me.
that.
I want to see if it works.
He asked
And if
for
it doesn't, you'll be hurt.
It's better to find out now by a friend.
I mean, if you're
Whatever.
gonna survive a punch, you might as well test it out on Kiro.
Just punch me. I'm
Yeah.
fine. I can handle it.
Oh. Well, since you're asking for it, I guess. Okay, I'll punch her.
Okay. Would you like to narratively punch Lamb, or would you like to actually punch Lamb? Like, are we gonna make some rolls here?
There's a difference.
We'll say she doesn't want to like deck the kid. She's a good bit taller. I think she's like almost a foot taller. She's like 9 inches taller. She doesn't want to deck her, so she'll
Okay.
just give it like enough of a punch to make her take a couple steps back, but not enough to like actually like.
Okay, so a narrative punch.
Yeah.
See, Lamb, you feel
More
it.
like a shove.
But
my fist.
it's definitely like you've taken some punches practicing back in the City of Blossoms with Madame Tetsu, and this is good armor. This is decent. It would probably be more effective against like a blade than something that's already blunt force, but still it helps.
I'm really pleased. I love it. I think it's perfect.
Me
At least we
too.
got something out of him.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting anything, to be honest.
Me neither.
Oh man, you guys should have met this guy. He was terrible.
Was he?
Yeah, he
How
was just
terrible?
real rude.
Oh,
Well, that whole place was creepy, so I'm glad we're leaving it behind.
it wasn't that bad. There's a little choke everywhere, but it wasn't like terrible.
There were ghosts. It was 100%
I
haunted.
killed the ghost. It's
We
fine.
fought and killed a ghost.
Yeah, maybe one ghost, but there were several more. I just know it.
Well, I guess it wasn't really a ghost. It was a possessed dragon.
What?
That's not any better. Anyway, let's put that place behind us. And then I think Danjin looks to Lamb and is like, okay, boss, Where are we headed to?
We just gotta keep going down the road. I don't know. I've never been to the Summerlands before. I don't really know the way.
Well,
But I
think
assume we
that
just- I
innkeeper.
You gotta assume you just follow the road.
I've heard that like out in these mountains, there's some really cool cliff people. They like climbing cliffs and stuff. Somewhere out there.
I love cliffs.
Maybe we'll find them.
Cliff people.
Yeah, cliff people. You know, on the
I've
cliff.
gone cliff diving. It's pretty fun. Especially, if there's like a shark beneath you, you get your spear ready, then you just... It gets
From
momentum.
From how far up?
Like 30 feet.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That sounds like you
That's
would die.
incredible.
Well,
What-
I'm not dead,
Aren't you
am
worried
I?
about landing on the spike? Don't they have a spike on them?
They got like a fin, but it's not going to
I
impale
just knew
you.
that they were sharp on the top. Never
It's
seen
not
them.
really that sharp. The teeth is what you got to worry about.
They have their skin has a little bit of a sharp texture to it, so that's dangerous. But no, they don't
You
have
want
a
to feel it?
spike on
And
them.
I like hold out my leather wrap.
No.
Shark leather.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that these cliffs go into water, so we probably can't jump off of these ones.
No.
Cliffs that don't go into water. Yeah, that would be. Not sure. How
Because
I
then you
feel
just hit
about
the
that.
ground at the bottom and you
Yeah,
splat.
ooh, yeah.
Don't do that.
Not sure how I feel about cliffs that don't like line up right next to water.
Don't worry, I'll go first and I will pave the way along the cliffs,
You do that then.
testing for
That's
rocky ground.
what you want to do. I'm not gonna stop you.
Just be careful, okay?
I'm gonna be careful. I'm always careful.
No, you're not.
I'm always careful. Got my eyes peeled for any danger.
Let's get our travel checks.
Okay.
See how well y'all fare. So today's difficulty is 10.
Travel check.
Because mountains are grueling.
Okay.
I apologize for my
shoot.
son who is yelling.
He's very concerned
Oh,
about your travel
silly.
check.
Yeah, I got a 6.
Ooh.
Dang.
I found it.
I don't think for some reason I
I'm
have a
literally
modifier
rolling-
still sitting in my thing, but I don't think I should.
Huh.
That's
yeah.
weird. I took it out, but just ignore that, I guess.
Oh my
Good.
gosh.
An
Woo!
8.
Hey,
The Summerlanders.
They know
Oh,
it.
I
They
got
love
it.
the cliffs.
we're just like hopping along.
Yeah, we're used to rocky coastline.
I
Yeah.
literally maxed out my strength and I can't even do it. I can't even do anything.
You can do plenty of things. Just
We found
Not
our
today.
limit.
so for the travel check, on a fail, your current HP is halved.
Of course it is.
So your
Always
HP
always rolling at half HP. What are you talking about? That's just how I do.
Yeah. 14 HP? No, I have 7.
I've got a lot of HP.
Did we
Did
recover?
we
from
heal?
the last
Yes,
time?
you healed
Okay.
after the boss fight
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
last episode.
Then I'll just...
So you should, other than this damage here, have full health and mana, or not.
So
mana,
here's a
mental
question.
points.
That's not the question.
Okay.
When my max HP is now 17, so that's like
Mhm.
not an even number. Do we veer lower or higher?
Ooh, I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay.
If it's going
Um,
by MP, then you round up.
Yeah, I
Well-
think you round up in the.
No, MP rounds down.
Does it?
Yeah,
Oh, I guess you would just have unlimited MP at some point.
it's you
rounding up.
lose half, and that number is rounded up. So
Mm,
your remaining is rounded down.
okay.
Oh,
If that makes sense.
So
That's what it says for concentration, right?
it makes sense because otherwise you would never hit 0.
Exactly.
gotcha.
So you will take. You'll go down to 8. I think that is.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We get 2 points every level when we level up, right? To our...
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
And you can split that between HP and MP however you want. You can dump them
Oh,
both in one, or.
HP.
All right. So, Passing a sparkling waterfall under the midday sun, you're serenaded by the sound of the wind rushing through sharp crags, producing an almost choral song as the mist from the falling water cools your face. You pause for a moment to breathe deeply, taking in the fresh mountain air before you continue your trek up the steep slopes of the Togata Mountains. Who would like to do today's direction check?
That is
One
actually
person.
supposed to always be the mapper.
Oh, great. Okay, so Mapper.
So that'd be me.
Who would like
I
to
will
support?
help.
All right.
Hey. Yep.
All right.
And Jess actually corrected me in between now and our previous episode. I've been doing support roles wrong. It's the person who is supporting needs to roll 5 or higher, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I am going to throw some magic around, doing the usual.
We get the mule transformation sequence.
Yes,
Yeah.
the book goes floating and blah, 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 and arrow compass happens. I don't want to do that literally every episode 5 times, so go back and watch last episode. It happened at some point.
I mean, you picked magic type. I'm just saying.
You
The
did this
rules-
to yourself.
Listen, there's a point at which they reduce the amount of time in the stock footage that they show whenever like that shit happens.
The rules are pretty
Right.
explicit about magic. There's an order to it. I believe it's here I found the page. So you select which spell, then you refer to the range value, then you chant the magic words, and then you spend the required MP.
Magic
So-
words. Yep. So it's more fun in the fights.
Yeah.
Anyone in chat want to play
Alright,
Ryuutama?
Yay, so the magic works. Whatever, I get a bonus on direction checks.
I definitely help.
Yeah.
And you
you're helping.
actually did help. Cool.
Boom! Alright. You do not get lost in the maze-like crags of the Togata Mountains, which is good.
We're never getting lost.
Hours into your day's travel, you think you've gotten a feel for the climb. The sun sits high in the sky, beginning its pendulous swing toward the edge of the moon in the evening, as Danjon's singing echoes off the sheer face of the mountainside. Suddenly, an ominous cracking sound rings out and Danjon's song is cut off as a large slab
Sorry.
of shale breaks free from the mountain beneath his feet and Danjon is swept swiftly toward the precipice. What do you do?
Grab him.
I tried to save my brother. I should have just left a leash on him.
I love the futility, the defeat in your voice as you said you're going to save him.
It's like,
I've been doing it since we were like
Angel!
3. So
so
gotten
it
old.
sounds like Lamb is springing to try and grab him.
Yeah.
Hero
Okay.
is too.
Just
Just way less enthusiastically.
Am I like totally just like inundated by
Stand-
rocks?
standing
Like what's
up.
happening?
you the ground underneath you is moving.
Okay.
It is not attached to the mountain
The
anymore.
ground, the
There's
ground
nothing
is
for you to
kidnapping
like.
you.
Yes,
I'm
basically.
just trying to. I am laughing because I was not expecting this, and I'm trying to stay balanced. And then partway through my laughing, I realize that this is actually serious. And I'm like, "Someone help me!" And I so I just keep sliding backwards.
All right, so I think what I want here is for Lamb to make a roll and Kiro to support.
Okay.
And I think this is going to be strength dex. So let's get
Yeah, I have a rope
Kiro's.
too, so we can lasso him. Yeah, come back.
That would take more time than
Okay.
you have at the moment.
All right.
Strength dex.
Just need a leash.
Okay, so I'm waiting for a helping roll.
Yeah, so Kiro will roll
Yes,
first.
okay.
Roll higher than a 5. Hopefully.
All right. Strength and dex.
Mhm.
Dex. All right. Oh, nope.
Oh, not fast enough. Lamb springs forward and you like reach out to grab her, but Lamb's just a little too fast for you. I
Okay,
think.
here we go.
Lamb, make your roll.
Okay. What is happening?
So actually, you
It
do
caught all of
catch.
us off guard.
You do catch Lamb, but in doing so, you catch her too early, and she can't quite reach Danjin, and this shelf of shale slides off the edge, and Danjin, you reach out and you like jump at the last second off of the crumbling rock, and you barely grab onto the edge and manage to like scramble your way up, scraping along the way. As you're holding on to Lamb, and Lamb like jumps forward, she pulls the two of you down, and you both slide down the ridge a bit and stop a couple inches from Danjin. All three of you have injury 6.
Oh boy. Where do I put that?
That's
that
under
actually
stats.
Conditions, injury 6.
Yeah. So since I'm pretty sure all of your conditions are currently higher than 6, you're not affected by the status effect. But except for Danjin. Danjin is affected. But if your condition is higher than 6, you don't take the penalty, which I believe is a strength penalty.
Dex.
Was it Dex? Okay. You don't take that penalty today, but you do still have the status effect, because basically what happens is it doesn't clear until you you have a condition check on the following day that is higher.
Okay.
Or one of several other options for manually removing them. But
Right.
I've been doing that wrong. I did that incorrectly all through the OVA and our first 2 episodes. But I double checked, and now we know.
Don't worry, I can help Danjin out.
Yeah, the dust settles, and all 3 of you are like breathing heavily as adrenaline courses through your bodies.
Danjin like scrambles and climbs back up off the ledge and looks down.
Danjin, oh my gosh.
Are you
My
okay?
voice did that.
You almost died.
My voice did that. And he gets kind of excited. He's like, I have a mighty voice.
Shush! I just
Like,
put my
shut
hand
up,
over his
you
mouth.
idiot.
A mighty voice.
All right. Well, don't do that again. All
Well,
right.
now we know
Oh.
that the rocks are angry.
You're hurt. Sit down.
I'm okay. And then he clearly is wincing.
Yeah, you've got like a sprained ankle or something.
Yeah.
Sit.
Please?
Oh, okay.
Please. Mule will get out his first aid stuff and start
Ooh.
administering first aid, which does not require herbs. It just
Is it too late to do an herb check?
Oh, yeah, we should just roll it.
should have
Okay.
done that. I will do that in a minute. But the first aid essentially will relieve the status effect for 1 hour. It also reduces the strength of the status ailment by my current level,
Which is a lot.
which basically I think means it'll be cured.
Yeah, because your level is 6, right?
Uh-huh.
And his injury 6. So yeah.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
So he's
So
gonna
how
sit
do
there
you-
and start. He's busting out a little satchel that he has his first aid kit, and he's just like binding the wound or binding the injury and like wrapping it, bracing it, and stuff like that carefully over time. So I need to roll a thing.
Yeah, that does it. Because you have to
Dr.
roll higher
Mule.
than the strength. Dr.
Yeah.
Mule with the, what is that, 17? Hold on. As is tradition here, let's which my saying that reminds me of a thing that I fucked up on already.
Do my herb check real quick.
Let's see, what does a 17 mean again for how well you did? You are the best in the
like-
land.
The best in the
He's legendary at this, basically.
You are, however, with the 3 on the herb gathering, you are below even a kid could do better.
Yeah, that was real bad.
Did I find any herbs?
You did not, because the topography
I was 10.
is 10, yeah.
Boo.
So, as you bandage up Danjin's leg, Danjin, you're feeling great. You're feeling a lot better.
And yeah, Danjin looks at me all and goes, "Aw, you really care about me, buddy."
Not really. I just don't want you holding us back. There you go.
Thank you.
And he puts his stuff away and stands up.
He looks at Kiro. It's like, he's so moody.
I'm also not deaf. I could hear you.
It's my mighty voice. I have to be aware of this now.
Yeah, you should really like brain check it in like a little bit. Maybe just whisper through the rest of this place. We don't talk at all.
Whisper.
Maybe just no talking for like until we get to our destination.
But then how will we let each other know if something goes wrong?
Well, if something goes wrong, then you're allowed to talk. But other than that, maybe we just nothing about it.
What if we see a really cool rock?
Then you can just point silently at it.
I'll just point at it and I'll smile real big so you all know what I'm talking about.
I'll definitely know what you're talking about. Yep. Definitely know.
Oh my god, Kiro is actually me.
She starts pointing at rocks. Smiling.
Oh boy. All right. So, the rest of your day will pass without event, as you make it pretty much
quietly.
to the very quietly. You make it pretty much to the top of the mountain, and I think as y'all are walking along, I think you make it to the top of the mountain. Whatever, we'll get to there. As we see you walking up this mountain, and hiking along, our camera pulls back and we get our like splash screen and our intro, and then Dylan remembers to give you the title for today's episode, which is episode 3, Mountain's Echo, the Tale of 5 Sisters. So let's get our camping checks.
Can I go hunting?
How does that work?
I go. Okay, let me look. Let me pull up my ranger, or my hunter. So
this isn't D&D.
I know, it's simple. I'm able to catch small wild animals for food. The skill's used just before the camp check is made. However, if you decide to go hunting, you cannot also help set up camp. The higher the result of the check, the more food you catch.
Okay.
Go for it. We can camp without you.
Okay.
Wow. Rude.
We can.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your
Okay.
hunting check. See how you
I
do.
think I have to make a check for that. I don't think I have.
Yes, it might be in your class tab.
Oh, it might be.
Or
No,
at the
Yeah,
top
the,
of
the
your-
checks are on the check sheet.
I'll just put it on the
They're,
checks.
they're at the top of
Check.
the checks.
That is Dex plus Int. So, DX plus Int. 6.
6, unfortunately, is not higher than the topography. You go out hunting and you're like trying to find anything
Mm-hmm.
to like hunt and bring back to camp. It's barren up here. It's kind of spooky, honestly. Like all of the crevices that you're going through and like the crags that you're climbing and all of that, it's just wind whistling through barren stone and like the occasional woody shrub.
She actually kind of likes it. It would really, maybe possibly because it freaked Danjin out just a little bit, but also it just
It is.
kind of reminds her of like being underwater with like in the coral reefs at night, like kind of that kind of effect thing. So she kind of likes it. She can't find anything. She like waits a little extra and then goes back to camp. Like, nope, nothing here. Ah, this is nice. Okay.
So, who would like to make the camp check tonight? One person can do it, one person can support. It's Dex and Int.
I am
Danjin?
super good at both of those things.
Cool. Yeah, and I have that bonus for
Right. So we'll have Danjin, Rolla, and Mule support.
Yep.
Sure.
who rolls first?
Support
Support,
rolls
probably.
first. Yeah, you're helping.
Oh.
You've done this so many times before, Mule.
I've read about setting up tents enough that it helped the first time around, and now I actually know how to do it.
Now you've actually done it.
You can
I don't think
you have
Lamb's
enough
ever helped not once.
Nope.
you have
Yeah.
enough managerial camping experience at this point to put it on your resume.
Yep.
All right.
I think Lamb helped once in the OVA. Ooh, a 7. Oof. Okay, so on a fail, which is what this is, you recover only 2 HP and MP.
Okay.
So you set up camp. It's not a fumble, which would
It's
be real
rocky.
bad, but
Yeah.
it's just hard to find a large enough space here because it's a mountain, right?
I have
Like
a really
there's
big
a
tent.
trail, and you have a giant tent,
That's 10
and
people.
I'm just picturing that at some point they thought they almost had it, and it like there was a rock that was just well placed enough that it like found a joint in the tent, and it all just went.
Clap.
yeah.
And the whole time that they've been doing this, Danjon's been like looking over his shoulder whenever the wind makes like a howly sound
Mhm.
and says something like, have you guys heard of the mountain spirits?
Nope.
Is that what the howling noise is?
Mm-hmm. Apparently they come at night if you don't build a little effigy. So I think maybe we should do that before we go to bed.
Well, why don't you do that after you finish setting up the tent the
You
right
do
way?
that, and I'll collect rocks.
Okay, perfect. But you have to do it properly, so I'll show you how to do it later, okay?
I'll just get a bunch of different types, and you can let me know which ones work and which ones don't. We'll just toss them over the side.
Okay, well, you're going to need one round one. You're
Okay?
going to need 2 really long ones, and then Danjon just like spends like the next like 10 minutes explaining the exact type of rocks that Leaven needs.
Mule just is looking at Kira like, is this...
Kiro's out hunting. She gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mule's on his
he's just
own.
stuck. He's just stuck with these two.
All right, I'll be right back.
But she will
runs
come
off.
back and then see the look on Mule's face and give like an understanding like nod, like yeah, I know.
Lamb like takes off this like breastplate and is like putting rocks into it, using it as like a basket.
God. There's like
Comes
some
back with all
fine.
these rocks.
There's some patterned quilting on the inside to pad the armor. It's just getting all dusty. These rocks.
Oh,
I don't care.
Yeah, she comes back. She's like,
I did forget most of the rocks that you said, so I just grabbed a bunch of different ones. And I got some that I just think looked cool.
Okay, well, we'll make do, I guess. And then Danjon starts picking through the rocks.
Yep.
Mule, do you want to help build the rock tower?
uh,
For good luck.
okay. So, would he have heard anything to this effect of this being a true story, or is this just Danjon bullshit? As far as we might know,
I don't know.
'Cause he's
Joey?
extremely well read.
Is this
about basically everything?
is this a story that Danjon knows, or is this something he's coming up with?
This is no, this is from Danjon's knowledge of tradition. So I wonder
Okay.
if this is like a thing that's
Then yeah,
Yeah.
I suspect there's some truth to it.
it's like an old song or something that he knows about the mountain spirits.
All right. May I refined education this bullshit?
Let me double check. Refined education. Many aspects, trivia about the world. You know more than the average person about history, famous people, and well-traveled places. I think yes, but the difficulty is going to be kind of high.
Sure.
So we'll set the difficulty at a 9.
Okay.
No, not in the books you've
Almost.
read.
Then he doesn't believe it.
Yeah, I think there are certainly some books in the library at home that refer to spirituality and folklore and all of that stuff. But your family is pretty secular, and you were really focused on everything else.
No, you go right ahead and do that.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
It's
You're
really
not scared?
fun.
I'm good. I'm gonna finish setting things up here.
Up here.
she comes over and gives you, like, holds out her hand with like a small, like, smooth stone. It's like,
I got this one for you.
He'll take it and just kind of look at it. Thanks.
You're welcome. You can throw it away if you want. It's just a rock, but it reminded me of you.
Wait,
What is
what?
What does it look like?
Yeah.
It's just really smooth. It's like all of these
It's just
rocks are
really
kind of
smooth.
like just like chipped off the mountain, you know? Like they're like really odd shapes, and this one's just like really, really rounded and smooth.
Okay.
I just thought you'd like it is all. You don't need to like.
No, thanks. I mean, for thinking of me.
You're
I'll keep it.
welcome.
And he tucks it away in his little bag.
Yeah.
That's correct. Equation gift.
Yep. Okie doke. We're at the top of an hour. I think that's a good point for us to take our first break. And when we come back, we shall see how our good little adventurers do making the rest of their way through these mountains. So, we're going to step away for a couple minutes. See you soon. Welcome back to episode 3 of Travel. Let's keep it moving. Stepping from your tent into the fresh morning air, you look out at the landscape stretching out before you. Miles of green hills and sparkling rivers make up half of the Springlands landscape. Making up half of the Springlands landscape, rise against the inward curve of Mahoria's horizon. And vaguely through the atmospheric haze, you can just barely make out the edge of the Winterlands in the distance. And really quick, I was going to do this while we were on break, but fuck it. Chat can see behind the curtain a little bit. My benedictions for today's section are the same that they were last time. They are the tale of nostalgia, the tale of love, and misfortune.
Tale of love, you say?
Reminds me
Yes.
what that one does again.
Tale of Love gives +1 armor to any characters that are in love. So I believe we have at least one character in the party. who goes
Plus
+1 armor.
one armor.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then the Tale of Nostalgia is not a passive thing. The Tale of Nostalgia is a thing that you have to trigger. It's when up to 2 player characters roleplay having nostalgia for home. Then you get a bonus. I believe you get to ignore weather for the session. Let me double check real quick.
What is the current weather, by the way?
The current weather is clear.
Cool.
Tale of Nostalgia. Oh, no, it's actually, they can ignore all negative effects of mind-based status effects for the rest of the session. This affects up to
Awesome.
2 PCs at once. It's the Tale of the Journey, which I don't have today. That is the ignore weather. So yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Feel
should
free.
we herb check?
Yeah, you should herb check and condition check.
Man, Lamb and I just need to combine our forces. Can we use my int die and her strength die and roll?
I have been rolling 2s and 3s consistently since I updated my strength. Like, look at how bad I've been doing.
I'm super garbage.
It's
at these
actually
checks.
insane. I've been doing worse on condition checks than ever. Hold on, here I go. Let's all cross our fingers. Look how bad I'm doing.
What?
Oh no,
With that
an 8.
Why?
It's a 2 again with my D12. This is cursed. I'm refreshing my roll 20.
7. Good. My injury's gone. Oh no.
Oh,
Oof, a 4.
God. Okay. Well,
I'm so mad. I mean, at least my injury is gone, but
Yeah. Same.
I should probably first aid myself
Yeah.
to get
Let's
rid of
see.
mine.
Can you first aid yourself?
Doesn't
Do you have an injury?
say I cannot. Well, I have a status effect.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mill has a status effect from last session.
Oh, I see.
Which is can you remind me what that is?
Exhaustion.
What's the number on it?
7.
Okay, exhaustion 7. And what's your condition today?
4.
4. Oh, right.
Yeah.
so with our
Your
condition, we
character's
have
status
our
effect.
health, right?
No, that's the
That's
travel.
for the travel.
No.
Oh, that's travel.
Yeah,
Just
travel
kidding.
check. So your health is still low because you only regained 2 last night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it just says a character with status effect who has not
Yep.
yet received first aid today. Okay.
Yep. So
just
it's
be-
once per day I can do it, or once per day a character can receive first aid.
Yeah. Once per day per person.
So Meal's gonna sit with a cup of tea and quietly recuperate.
Yeah.
Self-care.
Yeah. I think as you guys get back from the herb gathering, you see Danjin standing over the effigy, and it in the middle of the night it had fallen over, and he's like, "Guys, guys,
Mm-hmm.
What?
look!" And he's just like staring at it.
There's
It
rocks.
fell over.
That's weird.
Look, and he's like pointing at the rocks, and
Yeah,
it like
it fell over.
it looks like a face. It made a face. And he's like, the rocks have like kind of fallen in the shape of a face, but like you really have to work hard to see that it looks like a face. See?
That's really weird.
Yo,
Yeah.
look.
It's really weird.
Meal
I
is
think it's
coming
kinda
over with his
smiling, though,
tea.
so
Mule, look how
Uh,
weird that is.
It's kind of a smiley face, I think.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I'm gonna take this as a good omen for now, but maybe we should watch our back.
They just fell. So what?
They didn't just follow me, all.
Mule, feel how heavy these rocks are. We stacked them up so carefully. They couldn't have just
Hmm.
fallen over unless you knocked them over by accident, maybe.
I wasn't even over here last night.
Okay, so
It gets windy up here sometimes.
not
Right?
that windy.
Believe what you want. It's fine. I'm not even going to try to explain the concept of how winds and up at this elevation can work to you. It's not worth the time.
You don't have to. It was definitely spirits.
Sure, if that's what
Can
you
I
wanna
look and
believe.
see if there's like animal tracks near it?
Sure.
She's
Make a
just
tracking
curious.
check.
She just wants to be like, it's just animals. All right.
You have a hard
Tracking. I
time
need to
because of the
add
topography.
these to my actual class.
Are they not at the top of
I don't
the
see
check
them,
section?
no.
That's interesting.
They should
'cause-
be. On
Yeah,
your
'cause
check
then-
sheet, they should have your.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
your
do.
class.
I'm blind.
Gotcha. Cool. So glad you found your glasses today.
Thanks. Sick.
No, you do not see any tracks.
All right. Just kind of just pat Danjin on the shoulder, then and be like, "Yeah, good omen. Great. Yep. Okay. Let's do this.
The
Come on."
spirits smile on us today.
You
Yep.
know what
He
else?
starts packing up his stuff.
You know what else is a good omen?
What's that?
I can almost see home from here.
Really?
Yeah, look.
She like points out towards the Winterlands.
He'll step out and take a look. Huh. Wow.
It's way out there.
Yeah. It's been a while. Well, longer for you.
Yeah, it's really weird being away from home.
You didn't miss much.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably just the same, but still.
Well, we got a ways until we get back, so.
Yep, this will probably be the last time we see it for a while.
Yeah. It's all right.
Goodbye, Winterlands. I miss you. I miss the snow.
Yeah, me too. A little. But I'm not in a hurry to get back.
And you can make snow.
Well, yeah.
I can't make snow, so I don't get it whenever I want. I have to wait for it.
Do you want snow?
Yeah.
All right. He'll kind of stand there for a minute. He'll flip through his book a little bit. So the only spell that Neil has that generates a snow-like effect
Mm-hmm. You have
narratively
like a
speaking.
snowball storm thing, don't you?
Yes, but that's like it throws snowballs. It's not like
I mean,
snow.
you can coat an area with some snowballs.
Sure.
I think it makes sense. The narrative follows what would happen
Okay.
there.
Okay.
So if you wanna
Sure.
cast that spell.
So he'll kind of look for a more open area that's not where they are because it does do damage.
Right.
I don't want to hurt us. We don't have that much HP. And he'll find an empty area and just kind of gesture over it and say, "Brutal and cold, come forth, winter barrage, snowball storm." And I guess I'll cast the magic and see if it actually works. Hey.
Hell yeah, it does. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah. So what actually happens is from the dust, you see these misty spectral little figures rise, and they kind of look like little children and dressed in snow gear. And they just manifest these snowballs out of the air, and they just all throw into the center, and there's like a pile of snow on the ground now. And they kind of dissipate.
She runs over and just falls on her face right into the snow pile.
Danjin is like right behind you. This is the first time he's seen snow, and he's like, "Holy!" And he just like runs and dives into it.
Kiro cautiously approaches the snow.
Oh my gosh, I missed it so
Focus it.
much. Feel how cold it is.
You get some silly like flute music in the background.
Yeah.
Definitely throw a snowball. Throwing snowballs at people.
What? This stuff is this is kind of awful. A little bit.
It's just cold water. Don't you love water?
Yeah, but not like
It's
This-
frozen water.
it's not like real water. It's really cold and it's crunchy and weird. Like this is the consistency of sand,
You
and
should
then it
lick
gets
it.
wet and it's
You should.
Mm,
Like it.
Yeah,
And she like holds out a big handful of it.
try it.
Is this a joke?
No. Just
What's
take a
it
big
taste
bite
like?
out of it.
You'd better hurry. It's gonna melt.
It's too warm up here. You have to just take a big chomp of it. I promise you won't regret it.
Oh, okay. And Danjin takes it.
I wait for Danjin to take a bite first, and if he doesn't die, then Kira will take like a small lick.
It's I
It's just
mean,
water.
yeah, it just tastes like water, but it's fucking wild because it's cold.
Yeah.
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 It's and crunchy, and yeah, as Lynn in chat says, there's definitely some brain freeze for Danjin.
Yeah. Danjin licks it and immediately gets like a headache. He's like, "Oh man."
Oh, that happens when you get too much of it. I should have warned you. I'm sorry. That was my fault.
It's all right.
Watch this.
And
I
she'll
think
make
I
a snow
prefer it
angel out of
In like
whatever's
a
left.
glass with
Yeah.
some pineapple juice, maybe a little bit of coconut.
It's turning to slush at this point.
Yeah.
You get a
melting away.
Him is
serviceable
soaking wet.
you get a serviceable snow angel, but it's starting to turn gray.
Well, it's way better when you get a lot of it. You guys will have to come visit us sometime. Because we're going to come to your home, so you have to come to our home.
Is that how that works?
Well, yeah, because we're friends.
That's not how it has to work.
That
It's
sounds
how it
great.
should work. I want them to see it.
I
I mean,
wanna
Well, I
nothing-
can see it. It's right over there, right? Like that.
Yeah, but you're not actually there. You're not getting to experience it.
Well,
in
there's
person.
snow, and like I can see it. You know, feel it's like I'm there.
It's
You'll
cold
like
most
it.
of the time. You probably wouldn't like it that much.
I love the cold. You can see your breath.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
It
Sounds
mists
lovely.
right on the air when you breathe out.
freaky.
Anyway,
Wow. I know you guys miss home, but I promise you, you're going to love the Summerlands, right, Kira?
Yeah, they're pretty great.
I'm really excited to see sharks, even if they don't have spikes on their back.
Yeah. just a
yeah,
bit.
but you don't want to go up close to them because they'll eat you.
But I mean, I want to try to fight one.
I
Why
think
would you? What?
Oh, my Uncle Finn is really good. He's been doing it for years. He's got he's missing like half of his left leg though.
Listen, if Kiro can fight a shark, right, Kiro? It's not that dangerous, right?
She just said her uncle lost a leg.
Yeah, and we fought a ghost.
He's got a peg now. It's better. You can unscrew it and attach a fin attachment. So
Remember
you can
all
still,
those sharp
swim real
teeth that
fast.
the ghost had? It's probably just like that, but in the water.
No, it's worse.
You don't know for sure.
I've read plenty about it.
But you haven't seen one up close.
I don't want to.
Well, I do.
I think we can hear this argument continue for a
Does that
time.
count? Does that whole thing count as nostalgia for home?
Yes, I think both Mule
Yeah.
and Lamb were plenty nostalgic.
Okay.
So you can ignore the
Any
effects
weather that
of
happens
all
today.
mental status effects for the rest of the session.
Cool.
Boom. Congrats.
Dope.
Let's get travel checks. See how
it.
well you march today.
What are we trying to beat? 10 still?
Yeah.
Oh, finally.
Boom.
I
yeah.
look forward to failing this check as
Oh
usual.
my gosh,
Come on,
yeah.
you got this. I believe in you. Damn it.
Hey, twinsies, you rolled the same stuff.
Hey,
Yeah.
My belief was misplaced.
Uh-huh.
So have your current HP.
Mhm.
Does that put you
Cool.
at 5?
that puts me at 5. This is fine.
Mule, you're not looking so good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so what is this looking like? This is 2 days of exhausting travel. Are you getting hurt along the way, or is it just so draining and exhausting?
Probably just extremely draining. I don't think he's clumsy enough or inattentive enough that he would injure himself constantly unless it's physically taxing in the way, like, if they have to climb up a freaking cliff, he might have a problem.
I don't think you have to do any climbing, because you still have your animals with you. But it's rough enough that you have to guide. Is it Scotty? Is that the name of your horse?
Scotty.
Yeah, you have to guide Scotty around the bends. You can't ride here.
No, and
Yeah.
Giddy probably fucking love this.
Oh
They're
yeah.
like, yes!
They're like, we're home.
Well done!
Speaking
Yeah.
of which,
Oh no.
you
What are those
lose
fuckers up to?
sight of the
My travel
landscape.
check is 16.
Oh yeah, you did great. You're fine. You lose sight of the landscape as the path carries you between the peaks and into the mountain valleys. You stop briefly for a rest, the chorus of the wind, a low medley beneath your conversation. But when you stand up to move on, you notice an absence. Giddy is gone.
Oh, God. Where did that kid go?
What? Giddy's missing again?
Giddy's always missing. Giddy.
If Kitty's always missing, then is she ever really missing?
It's like your brother. She wanders off a
Giddy.
lot.
Giddy.
I instantly play for Danjin just to make sure.
Giddy!
Kitty and I are soulmates. It's true.
Danjin!
I'm gonna climb to the top of a rock.
Hey guys, could I use
Yeah.
my mighty voice? Do you think maybe
No.
he would hear me?
I think maybe.
Mighty voice.
Please. No.
you hear it echo back off of the mountains. Boys,
We're gonna die.
boys.
And like one single rock like falls. From
I climb to the top of something tall to like see if I can see Giddy anywhere.
Okay.
I'll give you a boost.
Go ahead. Roll strength dex for me.
I got some shoulders I could
Boosting
yeah,
it.
advantage height.
Get her 2.5 times higher.
Okay.
Giddy, not again. So you don't see Giddy, but you do see looking out. There's a portion where the trail sort of branches a little bit. There's like a game trail off to one side that leads into a cave of some kind. You see like an opening in the side of the mountain.
Oh, gosh. Well, the good news is I think I know where Giddy went.
What's the bad news?
It's probably in a cave.
Well, we should go after her.
I know, but Okay, let's do it. Get this over with.
All right.
Real quick, what are Giddy's pronouns? Land?
I've
Summer?
never decided. I've never established it.
They, them, he, whatever. Whatever.
I feel like Nono was female, right? I remember that.
No, no.
No, Nono's a...
Really?
I've been using male pronouns for
Nono's
both
a
of them
dude.
for the whole show. So
I think I had it the other way around.
Okay, so how about no. We never decided. This is a big choice for me.
is it?
Yeah.
They're goats.
Yeah. I'll just do he him for both of them.
Okay. I just
Okay.
wanted to double check
Those
because
boys.
I had a
Those
paradigm and then
boys.
people were using different pronouns and I wanted to make sure I had them right. Okay.
Yeah, I got that too.
I
Um,
never established it.
just
keep
because
forgetting, it's fine.
I don't remember if I wrote them into any of my text today. So, so following Giddy's trail takes you into a narrow tunnel. After a short time, the tunnel widens a little, and the walls begin to bear curious, glowing crystals that hum faintly in the otherwise ubiquitous silence of the subterranean pathway.
Oh my.
You arrive at a fork in the passage, the left leading deeper down into the stone, the right keeping steady.
Ooh, can I try to track Giddy?
You can.
Yes.
Giddy.
This is a thing I can do. I can track animals. Look for Giddy. I don't find her.
Oh.
Nope, he's gone.
Giddy gone. Bye, Giddy.
All right.
try.
Well,
There's a
That's
whole
how I
lot
track
of
on these rocks, you know.
yeah. There's
no.
nothing to really like look for tracks in. There's like
Mhm.
there's no
If anything, it'd
plant
be like some
matter, there's
dust.
no dirt.
Aye.
Yeah.
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 I hate this because we don't even fully know if Giddy's actually even in here. So how about this? You guys just go the normal way. I'll go the hard way. And then I'll just come back if I get too far and don't see anything.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
All right, Mule, watch the
go.
engine, and I like pat Mule on the shoulder, and I immediately start heading with Lamb down
All
the
right.
more subterranean. And I'll get my my lantern out and like hook it onto my glaive so we can hold it.
All
Lay
right,
down.
buddy. It's just you and me now.
Yeah, don't fall off the side or something, okay? And
Okay,
he
I
starts
won't.
walking.
Because that's never happened to us in a cave.
That wasn't a cave. That was a glacier.
I just think
Well-
that it was inside something.
Yeah.
As you prepare to push on, a panicked bleat can be heard down the right-hand path. Rushing out into the evening air, you see Giddy on a narrow shelf of rock, backed up against its edge, cowering before a looming, stony creature. It turns its head toward you with a dull grinding sound, and your eyes are drawn to the two long, blade-like claws at the end of its arms.
Wait, so who sees this?
Y'all do.
Oh,
Oh,
did we not go separate ways?
Yeah, I thought we...
You were about to,
Oh,
Okay.
and then you heard Giddy.
this
you
is
can-
the
you
beautiful
can
food and
choose-
water sheet.
You can choose to, yeah, I'm having some, my mouse is dying, everyone. So clicking and
No.
dragging is really hard. I'm having a real tough time dragging you onto the battle map. Fortunately, the chat
no.
doesn't see any of that. Okay, there we go. Whew, that was a struggle. So, combat. You can decide if you are in the front or back area. However, because of the narrow battlefield, only one of you can be in the back area, which is
Well, I mean,
like standing in the,
obviously.
I'll be in the
cave
front.
entrance.
Oh man.
I'll be in the front,
Put me
obviously.
in the very front. I got hit points.
All
I'll be
right,
fine.
buddy. You can go behind us.
You'll just stand behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me at him.
All right. And I'm going to need initiative from each of you, and then we'll go around and we'll do battlefield objects.
God, my health
Man.
bar. My health bar makes me cry.
Yeah, that health bar is bing, 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 bing.
If this were a JRPG, he'd be kneeling on the battlefield, wincing a lot.
All right.
gosh.
So for
Kiro is tied with the petrified fossil.
I am tied with the petrified fossil.
Danjen, really
All right,
feeling it
so
today.
if it's a tie, we just did this last session, and I've already forgotten how
I
you
think
break
you-
ties. Is it condition?
It's whoever's condition, I think, yeah.
I had a 12 condition.
Well, we'll
No,
go
I,
with
I
that
think
for now.
actually, let me see. My condition is actually 7.
Yeah, it has a higher condition than that, so you'll go at 5.
Okay. My travel check was 12.
Okay. And Mule, I'm putting you in 12, but we know
Yep.
that it was a 15. We know in our hearts.
I'm
but
so
actually,
far ahead of this battle. I've just predicted it.
will that have any impact? Like, can you go above 12?
Well, I basically
Because there's like things that can drop your initiative, right? So obviously we would want to make
need
sure that
to-
was.
Yeah.
double check under initiative. There's combat actions, setting up objects.
Glaive.
What is initiative? Here we go. 2 more characters the same. That's a really good question. I think it probably caps out at 12.
Yeah, I think it just caps. I don't see
Okay.
anything about initiative if it's
Okay.
like higher.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like
just
looking
figured
at the monsters as well, it looks like it caps out as 12 because it's your defense stat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, no, that's a creature with a 14 initiative. So, no, I guess it doesn't cap. It's just this
Okay,
sheet only
so
goes
I'm just
up to
gonna
12.
write 15 beside your
Yeah.
name.
Cool.
Sounds good. All right, let's get some objects. What are some things on this battlefield?
Pointy rock.
Pointy rocks.
Okay, we've got a pointy rock. We have the cliff.
Oh, like a tree branch, like hanging out over the edge. Like is it
Tree branch?
That's a classic cliffside object.
Did you do a tree branch last time?
Some like roots.
Oh yeah, like growing out of the side of the cliff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are more of
Roots.
theirs like crystals around still?
Ooh,
You could say a
guess
piece
those
of
are
a broken
technically pointy
crystal.
yeah, I think a broken crystal could maybe have been kicked out here. Broken crystal.
Are we getting 10?
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh.
Giddy.
Giddy. Okay. Giddy can be an object.
Are you gonna throw Giddy?
We've had an NPC be an object before. It was under
Oh,
different
God.
circumstances, but
Oh, how dare you! Fuck you, Dylan.
I'm an evil GM.
That was not okay.
We could do
There's a-
unstable ground.
Ooh.
Okay.
Like the edge of
Yeah.
Mhm.
Brown.
the precipice.
The precipice. All
Maybe
right.
there's like an old rusty pickaxe out here.
Oh, yeah.
Rusty
Mm.
pick. All right. Not rust
The old
pick.
crystal miners.
Rusty pick. All right. And let's see, it was rusty pick. The precipice. That's right. Precipice. It's a fun word. All right, one more.
Howling wind,
It's not an object.
Yeah.
but it could be used as a distraction.
I don't think
I think
so.
it needs to be a physical object.
Yeah.
Um.
It can it can also be like landscape, but I think we've got the landscape pretty defined for this one.
Yeah.
Are there any? It's probably a bit similar to the rusty pick, but is there like a weapon? Any weapons or an old spear or something lying around?
Ooh, maybe
Moldy rope.
like I was gonna say rope, some old rope.
Oh,
Okay,
Old
got some rope. Old
Moldy.
rope.
Moldy rope.
Moldy rope.
Smells real bad.
No, musty.
All right. Mule, you are first.
yep, I am.
No.
Well,
You are very first.
I am the most first. I'm the firstest.
Yeah.
I guess I will do the usual and buff my not yet girlfriend.
So I think buffing. Didn't we find out that needs
Certain
to...
ones,
Some are touch, some are not.
some are
Okay.
touched, some are
Did we-
not.
did we
If
find
they
some
are
not?
close, if they are close area, as long as I'm in the adjacent area to her, I can cast
Okay.
them.
Gotcha.
I just need to figure out which ones those are. Okay, I can give her spiky punching things with the ice
Spiky
sword.
punching things.
So, I will do that.
Yay!
So, as per usual, he's prepared, tosses his book in the air. It glows to life, spins open, and just kind of hangs out there next to him. And he sort of gestures in Lamb's direction, and he says, "Deepest winter, which strikes with coldest cruelty, let thy power gather in my hand. I sword of desire." And I will cast the thing. Hopefully,
Yeah, we hear Mule's theme song.
whatever that is.
It's the third track in the show
Yes.
list.
And basically the gusts of air start to gather around Lamb's little gloves. I'm imagining we get a really cool like transformation sequence type of thing where Lamb like punches out and like gets ready and the ice forms on wearing like little spikes and she's ready to rumble. So you now get a +2 bonus to any damage that you do with the weapon.
Fuck yeah. All right. Speaking of which, Lamb, it is your turn.
Uh-huh. I want to I'm trying to think. I want to use one of these things.
Okay.
I think I'm going to take 2 steps forward or kind of get into a running jump, and I'm going to jump off of Giddy. Like take a step off and like launch myself off of Giddy to get some extra height.
Go past the creature and kick off of Giddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can punch down into the creature as hard as I can.
All right.
Oh, okay, here we go.
So go ahead and have a +1 to your accuracy check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It hits.
that was very close. All right, roll damage. Woo! All right, so you jump up and you come down with your icy fist on its head, and a chunk cracks off and shatters against the ground. And it turns to you, and as you're coming like down from the punch, like still falling toward the ground, it's going to swing at you with its claws, and is going to try and kill you.
Oh, really?
Yep. All right, and it's going to attack you. Boom.
Yeah, hits.
That hits. Oh, which your
Sucker.
armor mitigates.
Yeah.
But then it attacks you a second time.
No.
Oh,
That I don't remember. Is it meat or is it beats?
Beats it beats, I think.
Okay, so we'll go with that for now. And then damage, much
like
higher.
4.
So the first attack comes from underneath and scrapes off of the breastplate. And we see you like spin in midair and land all like superhero style. And then there's a disturbing slicing sound as the second attack that you weren't expecting comes across your back. And you take 4 damage.
Done.
Hero.
Yeah.
It's your
I want
turn.
to try to use like, cause she's coming up from like above, so I'm gonna try to do like a sweep from below. I want to use
Okay.
the tree roots to kind of like help brace my feet, like kind of tuck the ends of my toes up underneath them to like steady
Mhm.
myself and go up for an upwards lunge with my glaive. Wachow. Does that hit?
Let's
Yeah, that
see.
hits.
Yes. Yes,
Awesome.
quite.
Good. 6 damage.
All right. So you swing in with the glaive and chip off another piece of its stony form. Yeah. Okay. That is going to cost me 1 life point. Okay. As you chip some of it away, it pulls back and roars, and you see it's like you hear this cracking in its back, and spikes come out of it, and it appears to that was not its final form.
Oh.
As it grows a size larger.
What?
Oh no.
By
the way, Lindy, you might be unmuted in Zoom.
What?
You were. We had double the Lindy.
No.
Whoops.
Double the Billy.
It's
just
fine.
the echo of the cavern. I don't know what you're
I don't even join audio on Zoom. So let's see. 3 times. Ooh. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Next is Danjon's turn. Where's my character sheet?
All right. So I think Danjon sees Lamb get smoked by. It was Lamb, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine for now.
And so he starts twirling his scarves, and sort of like flutters across over to Lamb and puts his hand out to put it on her back, and just says, "Through the power of friendship, a helping hand, Cure Touch. Here you go, buddy." And then you just like cast Cure Touch on her.
I fucking love it.
Thanks, Danjon.
Mule clearly
just
hates it, right?
Loved the eye roll. With the power of friendship, it was like I could hear it.
Yeah. I think in the back line, Mule may have thrown up a little.
I think I specifically wrote that line for Mule.
Love it.
Yeah.
Next time you need first aid, he's gonna pull that bandage just a little too tight.
All right. So make the magic check, or spend your MP, and then make the magic check.
Int.
We'll see how you do. Hey, power of friendship check. All right.
So good.
Okay, and then I just roll my. Is it
Spirit?
I think.
Yeah. P.S. Magic is int and spirit. If you need to fix your check.
Oh yeah. Can I redo it then? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Are they the same stats right now?
Right now it's int. I should have done spirit int.
Right.
Well, are they the same number though?
Yeah. What
No,
is
they're not. I have
so
my
just
spirits
roll a
much
die
better.
for your spirit, and it'll replace that second.
Okay.
It'll replace the 1.
20.
I guess if it replaces the 1, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
Just for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just-
because I can't crit, and I won't get a crit anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It would be if it's a fumble. Would be the
Okay.
concern.
So now I roll spirit to heal,
yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
7.
7. Woo. Yeah. So you heal up 7 points, Liam. Back to the top
Thanks,
of
Danjon.
initiative.
No problem.
Yep.
Mule.
All right. Well,
You can feel power wafting off of this thing as like these stony spikes erupt from it. What do you do?
Yeah. There was a thing actually, because I was reading stuff last night.
Mm-hmm.
Because rules. There's a thing called monster knowledge that apparently when we confront a monster for the first time, we can check to see how much we know about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I think I'm gonna do a monster check.
And then is this an action?
It is. It says on their turn, the character rolls a check using int. The target number is the sum of terrain, weather, unless the GM chooses otherwise. The check doesn't take up an action though.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So it's just on your turn, but it doesn't take your action. Go for it.
Yeah. So I am gonna. Mule's gonna be smart.
It's when your character encounters it for the first time. So if you fail this check, the other players can also do it. So effectively, you get 4 chances.
Yeah. I mean, I
every
could
time you
also
encounter something for the first time.
hardcore hack the system and just use Draconica Open. But
that is true.
That will give me additional information, and I may do it later. I just want to try this.
All right.
So, level, idea of main capabilities and ability scores. If I did okay.
So you did do well, but you did not beat the topography, because the topography is 10. So which is an interesting way to do it. I would probably set it. It says unless the GM chooses otherwise. The level makes a little more sense to me than the topography, because like encountering a dragon in the grassland versus in the mountains shouldn't affect how easily you can recognize it.
Skew that however you choose to then.
I'm gonna choose because it gives me the permission to base it off of the creature's level, in which case you did pass.
Okay.
So monster's level, which is 7. An idea of its main capabilities. So it is, let's see, it's strength, dex, int, and spirit is the order of stats, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is very strong, but it has a weak spirit.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, with that handy dandy knowledge, I think
Punch its soul.
punch it in the soul. It's daytime, right?
Yes, it
Okay.
is in the early evening.
The early evening. All right. Well, I'm still gonna use this anyway because I like it. Going to cast a spell. This is all areas, one target.
Okay.
He's going to cast Kaguya's Leylands. So, because it's so fucking cool.
Love that spell.
Uh-huh. So he raises up a hand, he chants, and he says, "O guardian of the moon, send down your wrath to skewer my enemies." And I will roll the roll and hope I don't suck.
You do not suck, and
Yay!
you beat its condition, so it does hit.
Neat. And it's going to take spirit damage. So I'm going to roll a d8.
Does magic ignore armor?
Yes.
Oh, hell yes. Nice.
Nice.
All right. So what does it look like? What does the spell look like?
So there's kind of just, it almost looks like, even though it's impossible, there was like a skylight sort of open, just a portal to the nighttime. And you see from this moon in this image, shoots of like bamboo spears come skewering down and just fill the creature.
It is worth noting, because in this setting, the moon is sort of the center. You can always see the moon, even if it's not like moonlight.
Mm-hmm. It does say
nice.
if it's night and the moon is visible.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's not night, but
I'm just saying that the moon is there. Okay, so that hits, and it deals full damage as these shoots of bamboo chip pieces of stone off of it. Lamb, it is your turn.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna punch it
Okay,
again.
punch it.
And
Punch.
I want to push it towards the unstable ground. So I basically want to like get its footing kind of tripped up.
Okay.
And that way I can punch it right in the face.
All right.
Okay. Here I go with my icy fists.
That
That
hits.
hits. I wish that was a crit, but oh well. Here I go.
Almost.
Damage time.
don't forget your +2 to damage.
I don't. I have special ice gloves.
Mm.
Oh, 4.
Oh.
All right. So you get it to the unstable ground, and it slips on one foot down to a knee, and you bring up the fist into its chin, and you just hear a chink as one of the spikes of the glove breaks off against the hard stone of this creature's exterior. And it looks at you, and its stony eyes narrow, and then it just goes for you. It pushes forward, and it's going to use the roots as your
I used
foot.
the roots last time.
Did you?
I did. I used them to help my footing to keep me stable.
I didn't remove them from the battlefield. My bad.
Too bad, monster. Try again next time.
Then it is going to use the precipice, which you are now much closer to, and you don't have enough room to like maneuver out of the way, so it's going to get a +1 to its accuracy. So I'm just going to I'm not gonna type it in. We're just gonna add 1 to whatever I roll. All right, so that hits. For what was that, 5?
5, yeah.
And then it is going to as you're staggering back from that,
Hit me again.
it is going to use the pointy rock as you are pushed up against that for a +1. That also hits.
Ooh.
Ouch, my body.
Yeah, it's just laying into Lamb at this point. I think, Lamb, you're like pressed up against this sharp rock, and it's digging into your ribs as it's bringing down these 2 sharp stony claws again and again. Kiro, what do you do?
Okay. Oops. I muted the wrong place. We're good. I would like to pick up the broken crystal and like use it to reflect the sun into its eyes and hopefully like blind it a little so it won't see my glaive coming in.
Okay.
So I'm gonna glaive him in the face. Okay. Oop. So I got this.
That hits.
Right. 9 damage.
Ooh.
Eat it.
Can I? Will you allow me to reflavor that a little bit?
Sure.
So I imagine you like kick the crystal up and then smash it with the haft of your your glaive so that it glitters and reflects, and then in that movement you swing into it. And you like hit into its neck and just push through, and its stony head flies off into the ravine. Sure.
Whoa.
Yeah. You like lean out and catch the head, with like the glaive out to one side, all badass. Let me reduce HP, and then you're like, yes, and then you hear it grind and shift to turn toward you.
I look at the head.
Danjin.
I look at the thing.
Yeah. So Danjin was still standing close to Lamb and looks quickly over at her and goes, "You okay?"
Yep.
And he's having this like moment of like, do I heal her again or what do I do? But then he like looks at the ground. He goes, "Okay, Earth spirits, let's do this." And he like does this dance move where he like arcs his foot along the earth and starts swinging his scarves around again. And he says, where is this chant? "In the thick of summer, brambles dance forth." And he like starts dancing, and then the Briar no, and all of these like brambles start crawling out of the ground and start dancing around.
Back in the cave, you hear.
Gotta roll.
All right.
It's not a fumble.
It's not a fumble. I need to double check if I think because this is affecting a creature, it needs to beat its condition. So the spell will cast, but the fossil will be not affected by it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that's how we handled the what was it? You had the sleep attack last session, Mule. Yeah, casting a spell on an enemy. When casting a spell on an enemy or monster, the magic check will succeed on a roll that is equal to or higher than the target's condition.
Okay.
If the magic check total is less than the target's condition, there is no effect. So, unfortunately, you see these brambles like try to eke an existence through the tough stone, and it just steps on them. Mule. You're muted.
There we go.
Shit. Grant with the good luck.
Thank you, sir. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we should just go ham on this creature.
Thanks.
So, let's see. We got a few objects left.
We do.
I'm gonna wing that rusty pick at it with Attack of the Killer Object. I think.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, do it.
Whoa.
I don't have a chant ready yet, so he's just going to say, "Wind spirits!" Woof, and point at the rusty axe and try to wing it there with the spell, which I will roll when I get to that spot on my sheet. So this one says, as long as the magic check is not a fumble, the magic will take effect no matter the target's condition.
All right.
So it's going to take 1d6 damage.
Just think.
Ugh.
Yeah. So
Well.
this is
It was
new.
a rusty pick.
Yeah, it's a new area for you. I think it still takes the damage because it's magic, right? So that ignores armor. But it's new. You're not used to like calling on the wind spirits, and this pick goes wheeling over the heads of your friends, and hits like the stump where its head was, and then dink bounces and spirals off into the
Well.
crevasse.
Hashtag I tried.
It was great. Good job.
All right. That brings us to Lamb.
Okay. I hurt, but I'm still doing stuff because I don't fear death.
Come, if I could get you, I would heal you, but we're in the wrong.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. I'm going to grab the old rope and I'm going to try and like tie its arm like behind it. So I'm like going to try and like sprint around really quick.
Okay.
It doesn't have a head, so maybe it can't see me
Maybe
doing
it won't
that.
see it. Yeah, I've got like its head facing
You
the
like
other
turn
way.
the head away.
Yeah.
Like, don't look at this. This isn't for cover its eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and punch it in the back.
All right. Go for it. So you get a +1.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best out here. Okay.
Don't forget you can concentrate too.
You know what? I might as well go ahead and concentrate because who cares?
I think you get a +2.
I
off of
do.
that, so you
Thank
have a total
you.
of +3 here.
Yeah.
I
If
just
I
need to
don't hit
double
it.
check
Yeah,
if
I do have
that's-
+2.
if it's all checks. Yeah, when using concentration.
Okay, here we go.
Boom. All right.
Okay, here I go.
Roll that damage.
6.
Yeah, you loop the rope and swing around and then just drive your fist into the small of its back, and bury the spikes like up to your knuckles in the stone.
Yeah.
All right. And that was a 6. Okay.
Yeah. So you're behind it. I'm in front of it. Got its head.
It's gonna like it's
Hit it with its own head.
your fist is attached to it, and so it's trying to swing around to get to you. It's going to attack different people this turn. It's going to attack Danjin once, as it swings wildly.
Oh jeez.
That hits. I'm not even gonna ask. That
Me
hits.
instead.
Oh man.
Only 3 damage, so it just catches you on the arm, Danjin, and then it turns and like Lamb, you're still attached to it, so you get swung back around as
So
it
I get hit with lamb.
as it bears down on Kiro, who is holding its head.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, that still hits though, because your initiative
Yeah.
is low. All right.
Mhm.
For only 1 damage, your armor
Oh.
mitigates it.
Oh yeah. I don't even take damage. I'm not. Come at me, bro.
Yeah, it swings down with this
Come at me.
bladed arm, and how do you avoid the damage?
I just do like a matrix.
you limbo under it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been to a lot of luau's. I'm used to. I'm like.
And that actually brings us to
signature
your
move.
turn too.
So I'm gonna like come around and like gently set the head down behind me, facing the opposite direction, and then swing my glaive around. I'd like to try to, because his head is you can't see. Hopefully, maybe that's how heads work when detached from their bodies. I'm gonna try to like slam him into the tree branch that's sticking out the side of the cliff. So, like with the glaive, just kind of back him
Alright.
up into it.
Guess I'm going on a trip.
Whee!
So, okay.
That
Okay.
hits. Roll damage.
Oh.
Oof. Yeah, you get it tangled up in the branch, but
Then I'd
with...
like to interpose myself between it and Dandan. I'm like try to like taunt it, like have it come at me rather than anybody else. I've got your head. If you want it, you gotta get through me.
Can't
Come
get
on.
my hand out of its back.
Yeah, with Lamb stuck to it, you can't quite get a clear swing
It's okay,
on
I've
it.
still got one free hand.
Yeah.
Oh, lamb.
I'm trying to taunt it as much as possible. Like, come at me, fight me.
Mule, it is your turn.
Okay.
It's Danjan's
Oh,
turn.
it's
yeah.
Danjan's turn. Never mind. It's a magic user's.
don't
It's
you
a magic
dare.
type character's turn.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry. All you mages
yeah.
are the same to me.
I think I'm gonna try tangling it again.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's do this again. So Danjan is like, all right, Earth spirits, let's try this again. I know we can do it. In the thick of summer, brambles dance forth. And he tries to dance even harder this time.
Yeah. use your mighty voice.
You're really, really good.
Engage your diaphragm.
Oh boy.
Briar, no.
That
Yeah.
hits. That works. All right. So what does that do? What are the effects?
Reduces its initiative by 2 for 6 rounds.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah. So then the earth glows this really deep green, and then all of a sudden all of these brambles start coming out, and they're all dancing the exact same way that Danton is moving his arms. He's they're dancing with him, and then they just wrap around its legs and tangle it up.
Nice. All right. So every time it takes a turn, I will reduce its little status effect. Okay. Now it's Mule's turn.
Alrighty. Well, I'm way the heck back here, so there's not a whole lot I can do except shoot magic. So, that's what we're gonna do. And he kind of points at the creature and says, "From the deepest of ether, fly forth and burn, shooting star." And I will roll the magic check.
Hell yeah.
Eh.
Oh.
So to
The-
beat it or
It
meet
is
it?
4 right now.
Well, it has to beat its condition, not its
Oh, it's conditioned.
initiative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magic is condition. So
Yeah.
unfortunately
work.
the star fizzles. Right. Lamb. You
I'm
pull
gonna
your
punch it with my-
fist out of its back. Tink.
I'm just gonna punch it again.
And then just ram it back in. All right.
Yeah, Lamb.
Gotta make
I
not the
used-
same spot.
No, use the precipice,
Different
not the
spot.
cliff.
I'm using concentration.
Okay. Are you using the cliff?
Yeah.
Now that it's backed
Sure.
up.
Yeah. I'll push it off if I can. Goodbye. And here I go.
That definitely hits.
Okay.
Roll
Damage don't fail me now.
Max damage.
11.
Real close.
So close.
All right. That is a huge hit. So you pull your fist out and then punch straight back in, and you don't stop when your fist hits it. You just push through, and a portion of its abdomen chunks off and shatters into the ravine. And it is now Kiro's turn.
Right.
That's what you get when you mess with Giddy.
I'm gonna concentrate on this check.
All
which
right.
is, half of my MP.
Mm-hmm. And gives you a +1.
Okay. Let me find where my MP is.
It's you can just adjust it on your token. It's the blue bar.
Oh, okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm just gonna concentrate. Hey, it hits.
That does hit. It hits its new initiative.
I'm just whacking at it. I'm just trying to make it real
Nice.
mad and focus on me.
All right. So you taunt it and you swing and
I turn its head to look at me first, and then I hit it. so it can watch me be the one
Nice.
hitting it. Yeah.
We see you spin
said
the
hitting on it.
glaive. we see you spin the glaive overhead and then slice through the narrowed bit of its abdomen, and then swing around and kick the disconnected torso, and it flies off of its legs, its lower half, and lands on the head, and combat is complete.
I retrieved my head.
With that, we are going to go to our second break because we're a little over the hour. So we're gonna step away for a couple minutes. When we return, we will see what, if anything, the party can loot off of this thing. Now
Yes,
if they have
I
a
can
hunter
loot
in the
off.
party.
Let's loot it.
And we will see them arrive at their next leg of their journey. So see you in just a few minutes. I even went to the break screen this time.
Woo!
Welcome back to Travel, which I almost said the League Tomb of Annihilation. That's not the game we're playing. As much as that combat may have felt like it. I think I was primed to say that based on how that combat went. Or I was like, no, I'm gonna try and hit someone real hard. It felt like D&D. All right, but no, we are playing this. So, you have defeated this creature. It lays broken at your feet. What would you like to do?
Lamb just leans over and puts her hands on her knees because she's hurt.
Yeah.
Riola's gonna head over to Lamb and work on healing the both of them.
Okay.
So I am going to, if I may, cast Cure Touch on her, but also use Cure Plus Plus, which will add an additional 1d6.
Yeah.
I
So-
needed in the wrong place.
Good job.
I'm at trapping. I'm gonna do some trapping, see what I can find. Aside from its head, because
Awesome.
that's my new trophy.
All right. So you cast the spell. Go ahead and roll for healing, and then we'll get that trapping check.
All right. What is my int again? It's like a bunch. Hold on.
It is. Didn't you boost that to 12 last session?
No, I bumped Dex so I could
That's
suck
right.
less at
You
other
were
checks
thinking
for
about
things.
it.
Yes. It is 10 right now. So 1d10 and then
Plus
a
a
d6.
d6.
Oh, nice.
10 HP back for you, my dear.
Yay!
Kiro.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll trapping. Oof. Target number is monster level times 2. I'm gonna let you
Well,
know
we'll
right
see.
now, because you already have gotten its level from Mule. That's gonna be a target of 14.
Can I
So-
concentrate?
You can.
All right.
If
it
you
might
have
help.
if you have a fumble point still, you can spend that as well for an additional
Don't have
plus
any.
1. Okay.
Right, so we'll just try it. No,
Oof. Yeah,
it was
you can't.
possible.
You can't quite get anything from this this creature. You just sort of turn it into rubble as you're trying to recover anything of use.
But I get its head right. So I chopped it off and caught it.
I mean, yes. It is a size 0 object with no monetary value.
Excellent. I
But
watched
yes. Yes, you can have the
Yes.
creature's head.
Thank you.
I go check on Giddy too.
Name's Rocky.
Dusk falls on the mountains, the orange glow of the sun drawing crisp shadows through the jagged peaks, and you catch your breath. Taking in your surroundings for the first time, you see a small wooden sign to one side of a small path. The sign reads, Echo Crag.
A town?
Looks that
What's
way.
the place that just echoes really well?
I mean, we
So
know
well that
from
It's a
the
vista.
experience.
We should go.
Might as well.
It's on
If
the
it's a
way.
town, it means
Do
it's
a
gotta
little
be
look.
rest.
Just look real quick.
Maybe it's the cliff people.
What?
You're right. Maybe it is the cliff people. You know, we were talking about the cliff people earlier, Mule. Maybe this is them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, let's just go.
I need something to write about in my letter.
So do you set off along the path?
Mm-hmm.
Rounding the bend, you're startled by the sudden appearance of a small village built directly into the side of the cliff. A collection of small houses are built out on creaking stilts, the walls covered in wild, colorful murals. To Lamb, the pervasive musk of goats is a familiar hint of home. The buildings cluster around a small square carved into the canyon wall with a rough black stone obelisk in its center, and the numerous gaps between buildings are spanned by rope bridges.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. This
We
is
found
incredible.
We found it.
This is it. We found it.
Danjin pulls out his little bucket list of things he wanted to see.
Might I know things about this place now that we're here?
Chances are pretty good, because I believe locations is included in your noble thing, right?
Probably, yeah.
That's history,
Yeah, like
refined education,
history, famous people, and
well-traveled places. I think, unfortunately, Mule, this is a time you're at a loss.
Okay.
This is not somewhere you would have heard of.
Let's go
It's a
in
literal
and
hole in the wall.
Wait, can I?
So-
I also have a similar skill.
You do, and you can. So your
'Cause
minstrel
mine is-
ability is anytime you come across something interesting.
Is that what it is?
Yep. Yeah, it says anytime you come across something interesting, roll int plus int. The people you have met on your travels have taught you their old songs and legends. You have learned a great deal about the world in this way. So the minstrel's knowledge check is intentionally more generalized,
I see. Alrighty.
whereas the noble's fits it is much more useful in places where you need to like know a fact about a thing. So yeah, go ahead and roll your knowledge of tradition.
Alrighty. Int. Roll.
What's the difficulty on that? GM's discretion? I don't think you've heard specifically of Echo Crag. Like, I don't think you have a whole lot of knowledge about the place, but from the stories you have heard about, like, the cliff people and those strange people that live in the mountains, in the Tagata Mountains, you can piece together off of the murals and whatnot that this place has been here for a very long time. And I think even Mule, because you know about like architecture and history, you can tell that much of this is like extremely outdated. Not in like the oh, it's out of fashion, but in like the oh, this is ancient.
This is ancient stuff.
Yeah. But Danjin, you can tell that not only is this place ancient, but there's a tradition here, right? Like everything created here has a sense of history and purpose to it that has been maintained over time.
Let's go in. Let's see if we can find somebody.
Yeah, let's look around. I'm sure somebody lives here.
Might as well.
Yeah, let's make some friends.
I can smell goats.
Oh boy.
All right.
Well, keep a close eye on yours so they don't get mixed up with whatever's out here.
I could pick them out of a crowd.
You can, but probably nobody else.
Yeah, but I'm the only one that needs to.
What if somebody thinks you're stealing their goats?
Well, what am I supposed to do? Give them a weird haircut? I should probably give them a weird haircut.
You could try giving them a collar or something.
A collar? They would just chew each other's collars off.
What if we stuck antlers to their heads? Like they each get an antler.
I don't know if they'd like that either.
It'd
No,
be
it's
real
okay.
easy to pick them out.
It's okay. I can figure them out, and nobody will think we're stealing them.
I think by
Okay.
this point you've probably strolled into the
Yeah.
the square. in
We're
the
having this
center.
conversation while we walk.
Yeah. Night descends on Echo Crag, the shadows drawing away from the buildings and over the mountain peaks. Psst! A voice calls from a nearby bridge. Hey there, strangers. Do you need somewhere to stay?
Oh
Looking
my
over,
gosh.
you can see a small kid, probably around 10 years of age.
Yes, we do need somewhere to stay.
Awesome! You can come stay with my family tonight.
Oh, are you sure that's okay with your parents?
I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm Pico.
It's
Hold
nice
out
to
a
meet
hand.
you, Pico. I'm Lamb.
Hi, Pico. I'm Danjin. You can call me DJ.
Lamb? DJ?
Hero.
Kiro?
Mule.
Wow. Wow! Amazing! Okay, I live just over here. Like...
Okay,
were you
well, we'll
were you
follow
doing
you.
something, or...
Oh, well, we were just coming to kind of check this out, see what your deal was. Do you have a place I can put my goats?
We do. Yeah.
You won't think I'm stealing them later.
They're your goats, aren't they?
Yeah, you can tell goats apart from each other, right?
Can't everyone?
Okay, this is No-No, and this is Giddy. They're
Hi,
both
I'm Pico.
They're both real bad-tempered.
Be careful,
Oh.
no bites.
Giddy kicks
Gotcha.
And Giddy kicks sometimes.
most of the time.
Most of the time.
Okay, well, maybe move Giddy away from the pillar then. And let's go.
Let's go. We're following you, Pico.
All right. She leads you for a short time across a few of these rope bridges, which Giddy and No are not super stoked on, obviously. Because like the bridges sway a lot, and it takes some doing to get them across with all of their complaining. But after a short while, you arrive at a small house similarly carved into the side of the cliff. Home sweet home. Mom, Dad, we have guests. You hear some assorted sounds from inside. Hey, come on, you can come in.
Lamb tries to like fix her hair. So she's like, totally crazy.
You walk into this home, and the inside is sort of in contrast to the outside, because all of these buildings are super colorful on the outside, but on the inside it's just the same reddish brown stone with some tapestries hung on the walls. And you see it's a single room building with there's a cooking stove in one corner, and then some mats rolled out across the floor. There's a short, fairly broad man with like strong muscles and like a bald head and this beard that goes down into just his whole face. His whole face is a beard, basically. And then behind him, there's a woman who's at the stove cooking carefully because she has a fairly pronounced belly, as she's presumably with child. And the two of them turn to look, and there's a brief moment where you're like, oh, strangers. Like, big scary guy who's all beard, and then person I don't know. And then both of them just get the biggest smiles and stop what they're doing. Hello, welcome, come in. I'm Gen. This is my wife Saki, and of course you've already met Pico. Please make yourselves at home.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
You have a lovely home.
And you have an incredible facial hair. I'm incredibly jealous.
Thank you. You hear the smile more than you see it.
Yeah.
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Thanks. We don't. Do you need money or anything?
Oh, no, of course not. Please, just make yourselves comfortable. We'll be having dinner soon.
Do you do this whenever people come in?
Tangent, help with the cooking.
Oh, I can help.
People don't come through very often. If you wanted to, sure. I'm not at my best right now.
Danjin
right.
makes delicious food.
Wonderful.
True.
Very good.
Saki will make some space at the stove for you to come over and help her cook.
Yeah. And instead of like going towards the utensils, he pulls out his ukulele. Trust me, this will work.
It works.
Oh.
It's surprising how
You're
well
a
it works.
musician.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I know a couple songs.
So, where are you all from? What brings you to Echo Crag?
Well, we're from the City of Snow. They're from the Summerlands.
Summer Isles.
And I just
We're
really
just
wanted to
passing
meet people.
through.
Yeah. I really wanted to meet some people from the cliffs. I heard there were people out here and we found you.
You did.
Yeah.
Pico comes inside from having stashed Nono and Giddy off to there's like a small goat pen to the side.
Man, this place is crazy.
I put some extra sticks in the gate just in case they push on it.
That's probably a good idea.
That's good.
Good idea.
They have a tendency to wander around.
They're free spirits.
Yeah, something like that.
Goats. Can't live with them. Can't live without them.
I wouldn't even try. Had them all my life.
Have you? He leans back and settles in, and I think he starts like talking the finer point of goat herding.
Yeah.
Gosh.
She loves this. Nobody has
It's-
ever talked to her about this since she left.
It is the
The
dullest.
talking shop.
Yeah, it is the dullest shop talk any of the rest of you have ever heard. There's like different types of feed and cycles and
Yeah.
Lamb is so excited.
Mule has pulled out his herbalism notebook and is just like studying in the meantime.
Kira's polishing her new rock head.
The background to this conversation is taste good, taste good. You're really gonna taste good.
and after a short time, Saki starts singing along with you.
Yes.
Um,
I hope someday he creates another verse and melody for that song.
What do you mean it's wonderful and it works?
It's 2 lines.
there's a certain joy to be found in simplicity.
Yeah, Mule. Simplicity.
Woo.
If you say so.
I really like it here. I like how high up everything is.
That is true.
So how'd you guys get out here? How long have you lived here?
Us, all our lives.
Whoa. I mean, I lived in the same place most of my life, and then we got chosen for the special mission, and then we started making our way, and now we're here.
The wife's name is
That's-
Saki, right?
Yes, Saki.
Okay.
Not sake, which is an alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
Her parents had made some interesting choices, if so.
They, the birth was difficult, and they had to do what they could to get through
Medicate.
it.
Yeah.
No, it's
They-
Saki.
I think while Danjon's helping her, he says, "You mentioned that you weren't doing too well."
Oh no, it's just I don't like to be on my feet too much. It's not long until Pico's sibling comes along.
You're pregnant. Yes, of course.
That's so
Kira just
exciting!
face palms in the corner.
I love
I
babies.
From over the rim of like the top edge of Mule's book, there's just this icy glare. Like, you don't.
I'm sure they're going to be super healthy. They look like they're really big already.
Well, if Pico's anything to go by, and Pico stands up super proud and like flexes a little bit, she's like, "Yeah, I was I was always this big. Well, not this
Well, not
big.
always.
She's like maybe half a foot shorter than Lamb.
You've still got some growing to do, but you're getting there.
You think?
Yeah.
When I grow up,
So,
I want to
what
be
goes
taller
on?
than Dad.
Oh, gosh. So, what goes on around here?
Not much. Herding. Farming. The usual work.
You can
Yeah.
farm on these cliffs?
Yeah, how do you farm here?
There are plants that grow in the valleys. We forage more than farm, but the goats are our main focus these days.
Underappreciated they are.
Indeed, but also difficult. Most of our goats, unfortunately, went off recently, and we've been having some trouble getting them back.
Went off. Why?
Well, I suppose you'll find out soon enough. There was a rock slide recently, blocked off the pass, but it also made a considerable amount of noise, frightened most of the goats away.
Kiro's just like
Mule
low-key
looks
side-eyeing
straight
Danjin.
at Danjin.
Listen,
a rock slide.
Mm-hmm.
you're in luck because I am very good at retrieving goats. It's basically all I do.
It's true.
I'm sure you seem to know your stuff.
We
Well, if
can
you're-
help.
If you're interested in helping while you wait on the pass to be cleared, I'm sure Eva would be able to better direct your energy and your efforts.
Who's Eva?
Eva is the medicine woman of our village. She
Oh.
is generally in charge.
Oh.
Well, in the morning we'll go talk to her and see if she needs any help.
Fantastic. Saki comes over. Enough of this talk of work. Clear some space. And the group of you can have dinner. Danjin, if you would like to cast Taste Good Taste.
So the funny thing is that I don't have enough MP.
Okay. All right. So it's
I'm
not
just
it's not
singing it.
delicious.
Yeah.
It is pretty good, but it's not amazing. So ba-da-ba-ba. The morning brings with it the smell of freshly cut mountain iris in a rough ceramic vase, and the sounds of intermittent shouting and grunting from the other side of town can be heard as well. The morning is bright and crisp, and you wake up presumably feeling quite rested. Let's get our condition checks, shall we?
And I guess our HP and MP go back.
Yes, you gain whatever it says on a travel check for a successful one, which I think is double HP. Yeah, double HP, all MP.
Full MP. Oh my god.
Oof. Danjin, buddy.
Condition check. Oh no.
Kiro, buddy. Wow. All right. So, Mule and Lamb are having a good day. Rather than focusing on the low condition checks, I want to hear why the two of you are in particularly good spirits today. So let's start with Lamb. Lamb, what's up with you? Why
I
are
found
you
my
so
people.
You found your people.
She's like, this is where I belong.
Yeah, this is something that she's firstly, it's not a curse, so it's not horrifying. It's just a normal problem that she has had all her life. And so she's like, I can help with this. And so I think just that, and like being with such kind people who opened their home to us, and just good company, has put her in a really good mood for today. She's excited. She's like, oh, we're gonna go goat hunting. not
What
to
about
kill them.
what about you, Mule? You spent the night in a house with no beds.
Sleep in
With
bed.
like just like
I
yeah,
mean-
you just have a floor that is cushy, and that is what everybody sleeps on in the same room. And you didn't have amazing food, but you're feeling pretty good today. What's going on?
It was decent. Yesterday he was able to do a very nice thing for Lamb, and it seemed to make her happy. There's a little stone that he's got in his pocket now. There's a lot of things making him ever so slightly happy, and I'd like to
Oh,
think he
Mule.
also spent a little time in the morning and talked with Saki and gave her a few like herbalism pointers to help alleviate any crappy pregnancy symptoms.
Back
Aw.
pain and that kind of stuff. Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And if the two of you with herbalism want to make your herb checks, you may
Hell yeah.
do so.
I actually think
I didn't feel like it would be appropriate for Kiro to go hunt
Go
down
hunting.
for.
I
Yeah,
get
no,
3
nice.
herbs.
Oh my
You
god.
are in your you are in your
Three.
homeland. Should we be looking for your parents here?
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
I don't know what they look like. But yeah, I find
Probably
3.
sort of like
That's
you.
what Critical says. Critical says I find 3 herbs. Tell me what they are.
Yeah. All right. So, and the difficulty for today is still 10 because they're still in the mountains.
Damn
So unfortunately, Mule, you were busy this morning. But for herbs, let's see, healing herbs for mountain. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. Where is it? This one. Is it only found at night? So you found the buds, because this plant that you found only blooms on the coldest winter nights, but you did find the plant. It's called white night chrysanthemum. It is a chrysanthemum with a deep violet hue. It only grows in frigid climes and blooms only during the shortest winter nights. So I think you like climbed up the peak a little bit and found a small collection of these violet flowers that were all closed up.
You
But
get to use those to re-roll a condition check
yes.
with a +1 bonus, apparently.
Yeah, maybe used to re-roll a condition check in order to cure a mental status element. Re-roll once with a +1 bonus. So,
Yo,
keep
we should
that
put
in
this.
mind.
We should put one of these in the vial.
Probably not a bad idea. I could use the rest to make tea.
Yeah, we could.
The other 2 of you who didn't do as hot
I
are
think
more than
it's-
welcome to have
it's-
them, right?
It's for if you have. It's worded a little strangely. I think it's for getting rid of a
Mental status ailment.
a mental status element. Yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
actually change your condition.
Yeah.
It changes your condition
Oh.
for the purposes of getting rid of a status ailment.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, you can re-roll. Yeah, it is worded a little weird. You re-roll a condition check in order to cure a mental status ailment.
So if you had exhaustion, shock, or muddled, and then you didn't roll high enough on the following morning to get rid of it,
hmm
basically it's like a hangover tea.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I'm gonna
Too bad they only last 24 hours.
I'm gonna metagame GM for a second and say that you don't want to make a decision about whether you put that in the vial yet.
Oh,
Okay. Then we won't. We'll keep that for now.
Just because I'm nice.
Thanks.
Listen,
So
it's a good idea.
you start your day. It is a good idea. I'm just saying you don't want to commit to that yet. Pico will take you from the house back to sort of the main square and past the obelisk. And there's a central in the wall, like the path or the square where it butts up against the cliffside. You can see carved in this single building, which she tells you is Eva's house.
Thank you.
Of course, yeah. She's probably in. Let's go say hi.
Yeah, let's go say hi.
All right.
The interior of Eva's house is dark and musty, and a light herbaceous smoke lingers in the air. The walls are covered in a wide variety of plants, and the room itself is a maze of similarly laden shelves. Somewhere in the back, water is boiling. Who are you? What do you want? An accusatory voice calls out to you.
I'm Lamb. We're
Hello.
visitors.
We were staying at what was the man's name?
Again.
Gen.
Gen, and we've been
Saki.
staying at Gen and Saki's.
Have you?
Yeah, we're
you
just
hear the
passing
sound of a cane on the stone floor, and Pico calls out, It's me, Eva. Pico, I brought them. Oh, Pico, I didn't hear you. She comes around the side, and you see this old, wizened woman
Love her.
with like long white hair. She's a Miyazaki old lady, basically. Like she
Wrinkles
is-
upon
yeah.
wrinkles upon wrinkles.
wrinkles with wrinkles and 50% her original height. Like
So old.
yes.
So she's old
Uh,
Sophie, is what you're saying.
yes, she's old Sophie.
My pappies would just love her.
I think
She-
Genjin has been hanging back a little bit this whole time,
Mhm.
as he has been racked with guilt since the night before, thinking that his mighty voice caused this landslide.
Mighty
And
voice.
Kiro is totally like, been like, yeah, it was all your fault.
Lamb did
You're
not put
the
two and two
worst.
together.
It's been a
finally
little
he-
icier than usual, probably.
Yeah.
Lamb hasn't noticed yet. Don't bring it up to her.
Eva gives
Hello.
Pico a huge hug. Oh, she squints her eyes at the four of you. Well, if Pico brought you, then there must be a reason. Out with it.
I want to help you get your goats back.
I think I caused the landslide. I'm really sorry.
Did
but I
you?
wanna help.
She hobbles up to you and like grabs the front of your shirt and pulls your face down to be close to hers, and she
She's
just
walking
looks
over. Kiro's just like, it's it. You're dead now. Told you not to say anything.
looks directly into your eyes. Did you?
Yeah, I see. I have this mighty voice,
Oh gosh.
and I was singing really loud, and then there was a landslide, and it almost knocked me off the cliff, and he thought there
She
was a
conks
one-off,
you on the
but-
head with her cane. Not everything is about you. The landslide happened 3 days ago. She hobbles back over to Pico. But if you want to help,
I do. I love goats.
not in a position to say no. Most everyone is working on clearing the pass, so we can't really spare many to go looking for the goats.
I can get them.
Can you? You seem confident.
She
I
spends
am.
most of the time looking for her two goats.
I've
We've
been
been on
around
the
goats
road a
my
long
entire
time.
life. Since I was very little. As
It's
long as I
true.
can remember.
You see a smile curl across her lips, and it sort of ripples across the rest of her face. A deal, then. If you can recover our goats before the pass is cleared.
Oh,
She turns around, puts a hand on her back, shuffles over to a shorter shelf, and pulls out a few small ceramic jars. These jars will be yours.
oh, you don't have to give me anything.
We don't do charity here.
Well,
You
you
should
might
probably
not.
tell Gen and Saki that then.
Hospitality is not the same.
It's okay. I like a good challenge.
What are those? He nods
These
to the jars.
magic jars. If you're coming in over the mountains, I presume you're headed to the Summerlands.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
These will be
Deduction
useful.
skills.
They can keep fluids cold.
Oh.
In game terms, they give you a +1 anytime you make a travel check, I believe, relating to hot or cold temperatures.
Well, okay. I accept your challenge.
Good. Now, get out of my shop unless you're going to
Wait,
buy
what
something.
what happens if I don't get them before they clear the pass? What if
Well,
I get them like 15 minutes after that?
Then I'll say thank you, and the pass will be cleared for you.
Okay, that's fair.
We should just go unless we plan to buy something. Although, what do you sell, if I may?
Looks like.
So many herbs. If you would
So
like
many
to,
herbs!
if you would like to look at the herbs section,
I have that.
yeah. So there's a section that says buying herbs on the market. It typically says herbalist shops can be found only in large cities, but she is a special case. You can purchase any herb of level 3 or lower from her.
Wow.
Yeah, she has
Right.
everything.
She is
pretty much.
stocked.
She is so stocked.
Neat.
So if there's anything you don't have to make a decision now. You can buy stuff later after you come back.
Let's go get some goats.
Sticking a pin in that.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see you later before the pass is cleared.
Good. And you can see she's looking at Danjin as she says that. Be careful.
We will be.
Try.
Some of us will be.
Let's go get some goats.
I'm always careful.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I'm always careful.
That's also a lie.
I am. I'm very careful.
All right.
Let's go get some goats.
You step back out into the square. As Pico leads you through town, she points at various murals carved into the walls, telling you about the stories they tell and how the town comes together to repaint them after the sun makes the pigment fade. The sound of the villagers working to clear the pass fades and is replaced as you reach the base of an ancient tower with the sound of the wind. But inside, you can hear several young voices. Pico knocks on the door. Hey, it's me, it's Pico. You hear, what's the password?
Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
I always wanted to go in somewhere with a password.
It's just a bunch of kids.
The door opens. Come on, Pico. The password only works if you remember it. And this figure, is a young man, probably about
I was about
16.
ready to kick the door down like they were keeping her out for a reason.
He's-
I
he's-
had my foot like half raised and I just set it back down like nonchalant. Like,
he stops and looks at all of you. Pico says, "These are my new friends. This is Mule and Lamb and DJ and Kiro."
Hi.
Hi. Pico, I'm gonna have to talk to the others about this.
Oh,
Pico.
we understand if it's like a secret club kind of thing.
No, look, they need to go out into the mountains. They're gonna help find the goats and bring them back.
That's true.
He looks at the group of you. I want someone to roll a persuasion. It sounds like probably Lamb.
is there an
Sure.
intimidation check?
That would be strength.
Yeah. Okay, so what do I...
Pick up one of the kids and be like, look.
I will
Yeah.
kick her door
Is
in.
this negotiation? What is this?
Negotiation. Yeah. That's what
Oh,
it's called.
gosh.
You're real good at this one.
I'm really good at this.
Just gotta get all your cards on the table.
Here we go.
Okay.
A 4.
Oof.
I'm very bad at it.
Mm.
That was the joke.
I'm gonna have to talk to the others. The door. Boom.
Yeah.
Toshi, come
figured.
on.
It's a secret club.
I thought they'd be cool. I'm sorry.
What are we trying to get into in here?
I don't know. I think this is the way to go to
Oh.
the goats.
Yeah, she points up, and you can see several ropes coming off of the top of the tower, and like one of them reaches out across the town, and you can vaguely see another of these ancient crumbling towers that it leads to. But
Oh.
they spread out in all sorts of directions. These are our zip lines. We use them to get around the mountains quickly.
Oh,
Oh.
gosh.
I'm gonna knock on the door. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Imagining the door rattle.
Just a minute.
It's okay, Kiro. We can wait.
Look, it's
You have 1 minute.
It's fine. You hear talking, and then the door creaks open a little, and you see a younger girl, probably about 8, just like peeks her face out. Are you cool?
Yes.
Mule just conjures a candy ice cube.
They can come in. The door swings open.
Just no words, just
So cool.
the coolest.
The teenager Toshi is arms crossed, leaned up against the opposite wall. He clearly looks like he just lost the discussion with the other two kids.
I'm gonna stare him down and be like, yeah, that's right. Pong.
He breaks eye contact pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The two others in here are there's this 8-year-old who introduces herself as Chizuko, and there's a girl in her early teens, probably about 14, who introduces herself as Koharu. And the 4 of them or the 3 of them plus Pico making 4 stand there. This is our clubhouse.
I love it.
We hang out here.
This is so cool. I've always wanted a clubhouse, but there was no place to have one.
Yeah, it's all right. Whatever. If you're here for the goats, let's go.
Oh yeah, that's why we're here. I gotta hurry too, because they're clearing that pass pretty fast.
You got a time limit on that?
Got a competition going on.
Really? That sounds cool. Do you do competitions a lot? This is Koharu now.
Oh yeah. All
once a season.
Super competitive. We actually just won like the really intense competition in City of Blossoms.
Wait, are you for?
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Yes,
carrying that amulet to the Summerlands?
Heck
Yep.
yeah.
That's us.
Wow! Everybody except Toshi thinks that's the coolest shit.
He's just like, no.
Mule might have competition as the biggest grump.
the 3 of them start like rapid fire asking you questions about like your travel and like the contest and what it was like, and
This is
you
the second time we've carried it. He gestures to Lamb and himself.
Wow!
It's really awesome, but we really need to go find those goats because I want
Yeah.
them on those
We can
bowls.
tell you all about it after we find these
Yeah.
goats.
Or on the way to find the goats too.
Yeah, Toshi is already stomping up the stairs. You can hear his footfalls. Dun, 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 dun.
He's
Nathan,
not
are you
impressed?
okay?
Hmm?
Yeah. I just got clonked in the head back there. I'm still feeling kind of dazed.
Yeah. Why did you take the blame for the rock slide?
Well, I did the mighty voice thing, and
Your
I don't know.
voice
I put
is
2 and 2
mighty,
together.
but it's not that mighty. We were pretty far away from it.
Well, I mean, Kiro just kept saying that.
Yep, that's what she said.
Kept yelling at me.
Sometimes bad stuff just happens.
Yeah, she kept meowing at you. What we don't know is that in the Summer Isles, cats are an avatar of mischief. So meowing at someone is telling them that it's something they did is their fault. Yeah.
Yeah. That's totally how that works.
Listen, don't beat yourself up about it.
I'll try.
God, cheer up. We're about to go ziplining.
All right.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
you're right.
Yeah, we're going ziplining.
I think we get the wait what from Yul, and then we just hard cut to the top of the tower.
Smash cut to the tower.
The 4 kids, they have these gloves that are like wrapped silk that they've wrapped several times around their hands, and then there's a loose bit that they can swing over and hold on to in the other hand. And Pico is explaining like how to put them on and like how to use them, and like, but don't let go, because if you let go, you'll fall and you'll probably die. So don't do that. Just hold
for
on
sure.
until you reach
Hero's gonna look over the
the
edge.
bottom.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
the distance extends.
I'm either gonna love this or hate this.
Oh, I'm
Not
gonna
sure which
love
one
this.
it's gonna be.
I'm so
I'm so
excited.
excited.
Is there another way to get across?
Nope. All right. And then Pico
Come on,
finishes
Yul, you got
wrapping
this.
the thing around your hands. Just hold it like this. She puts the other bit in your right hand. Don't let go. And then
Can I tie Mule to his, like, with some of my extra rope? Just like physically tie him onto the thing.
He's definitely not strong enough to handle that on his
That's
own.
what I'm thinking.
He will fall and die.
You can try. Sure.
Yeah.
Roll Dex Int.
I'm gonna
Dex
cast
int.
Mage Magic Shield on myself. Not really for any mechanical
Well,
purpose,
it's
but
gonna be
narratively.
fine. You're gonna be fine. All you gotta do is hold on. It'll be over in what, 15 seconds?
Yeah, I tied him on.
It's
good.
about a minute and a half.
Oh, well, a minute and a half, that's easy.
It's gonna be the most exhilarating minute and a half of your
12.
life, Mule.
All right. So you can successfully help him. Like you rig up a
Like
not
he
so
ties,
great
he throws the
harness.
silk over each side, and I just like tie him to the silk rope.
Chizuko,
Full. Don't worry, I'll
Koharu,
focus.
and Toshi swing off, and then Pico's like, "You'll be fine." Pats you on the back, and then just pushes you. And then the rest of you can hop
I find
on
this
it
way more
and
amusing than
slide.
Kira does.
Sliding along the zip lines between the sharp peaks is a thrill. The wind rushing past you carries the children's laughter over the steady hum of the rope. As you soar over the ridges and valleys, you see several goats down below. I need each of you to roll Dex plus Spirit.
Is this to hold on at the zip line or to find the goats?
Uh,
Because I am a hunter.
it's not for finding things.
Okay.
It
Alright,
does
Dex
relate
is
to the zip
Spirit.
line.
Oh no.
Oh God.
It is an eke check, in fact.
Oh, I did pretty good.
All right, so our mage types are Eek,
Alright. And it's Dex Spirit, you said?
Dex Spirit, yes.
I did great. 14.
It's like my two best stats. Did not do well.
Oh, Lamb is loving this. I imagine Lamb is
I
just
knew I would.
giggling and laughing the whole way.
I swear, I think we have found Lamb's actual homeland.
The rest of you don't have as much fun. Taking the zip lines is harrowing, but ultimately pretty safe. You don't get hurt, but between like just the death grip of holding on and the like panic in your chest, each of you that rolled below a 7, so it's everyone but Lamb, is afflicted with exhaustion 6 as you just tire yourself out with terror.
I'm pretty sure the minute he gets cut loose from that line, Mule is just going to basically fall to his knees on the ground of the other side and not move.
Kira's just standing there, holding her spear like in a hunter's position. I didn't like I really didn't like that.
Mule, are you okay?
No.
Yeah, like one of Mule's it's I
made
think
it.
you land at like this wooden platform that's built up, and Mule's hand is just gripping the side of it.
We found some goats. We can just
Yeah.
go down now.
Let's
Go onto the ground and not up through the air. Yeah, right. Sounds good. Yeah, I much prefer water beneath me. I learned that today.
The
Guys,
four kids
so
are laughing
silly.
at you.
Let's go walking. More, not that ever again.
You think
Not
you can
ever
handle the
again?
ladder?
Mule, come on.
Well,
I'll be
then you're gonna have
right
to stay
behind
up
you.
here. Toshi like starts climbing down the ladder.
Yeah, I'll put my hand on Mule's shoulder and be like,
Come on, it's okay.
Just throw him
It's
over
just
your
a
shoulder
ladder.
and climb down the ladder.
Okay. Right. Okay. He'll start climbing.
Do you stand up to walk to the ladder, or do you just sort of crawl to the edge and
No,
then
he'll
climb
He'll
down?
stand up, but he's walking like
very
what?
carefully.
Yeah, as you stand up, you
Yes.
notice like this stand is much taller than you were expecting. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Don't look down. Don't look down. Okay, I'm gonna go first. And that way, if something happens, I'll catch you.
Okay.
She'll break your fall. Good plan.
You've seen how strong I am.
You're
I'll
right.
catch you.
Yeah, she'll go
Okay.
first.
All right. Each of you can get down the ladder without too much work. It maybe takes Mule half a second for each step, but nothing bad happens to you.
Yeah, he takes that real slow.
You find yourselves on sort of like a valley in between the peaks here. There's a small amount of grass and some irises growing here and there. What would you like to do? What is your course of action for these
Gonna
goats?
go get those goats.
How are you gonna go get those goats? What's the plan? Because you can't just like / obtain goat.
I know.
What?
I
can't?
think that
Nope. / loot goat.
So I think that she's going to start to do kind of what she did. Here's me pretending I know anything about hurting anything.
Okay.
I think that what she does is she starts to slowly kind of circle around the outside of them, acting very like nonchalant, coming up to them, being very calming. And she starts to kind of scoot them in towards each other. So it's like a slow process of her just kind of circling the outside, bumping them in, trying to get them all in like a herd, because she knows that if she can get them going in the same direction, they'll travel together. But if they're kind of spread out, she's going to try and clump them first and then drive the ones at the back, and then instruct the others to stay on the sides so that they have kind of a wall and they can move forward together.
As you start to do that, you notice that they're very skittish. And it's clearly not just you. Anytime any of the goats see any of the 8 of you, they like bleat in alarm and like hop away across the rocks. Ooh, sorry, bumping my microphone.
Oh gosh, they're really spooked.
Maybe
Well,
we should just make it like spook them in the general direction we need them to go.
I don't think that's gonna work. They really need to be together because otherwise they'll just dart off in their own direction.
It's worth noting this is abnormal behavior. Like,
Yeah.
This is not what you would expect from like
Maybe
even
there's something else spooking them.
antisocial goats are usually just like if you get too close they'll hit you.
Yeah.
not their.
Goats are
Can I
pretty
look
friendly.
to see if there's any like predator tracks in the area? Like maybe there's something out here that's spooking them.
Sure, go ahead and roll tracking.
Okay. I want to do my hunter stuff. Whatcha? I'm really good.
Hot damn. You find lots of goat prints.
Mhm.
And the occasional like bird nest and whatnot, but you don't actually see any sign of predators.
There's no predators in the area. I don't know
Oh
what's
my
spooking.
gosh. I thought, that maybe we had finally got away from the curses, but I guess it's just kind of our jam.
Is everything a
Emil.
curse?
She
Yeah.
thinks so.
Well, have I been wrong?
Not lately.
Okay. So something's definitely, got him freaked out.
William,
What?
take out the amulet. The box.
Okay.
She takes out the box.
All right, it's a box.
It's not doing anything.
Can
is
I open
not. You pull at the latch for a little bit, but it stays shut.
Gosh, this thing is so fickle. It's moody.
Well, if it is a curse, it's not strong enough for the amulet to care.
The amulet doesn't care until I'm near death.
Try not to
Maybe-
die then.
Maybe I should try to die.
No!
I'm just kidding.
The 4 kids
Okay.
look at each other, sort of confused.
Don't worry about it.
This is normal behavior.
Okay.
It's-
Kiddos.
Maybe,
Oh, yeah.
maybe
Tangent?
maybe it's not a curse. Maybe it's the mountain spirits.
Well, I mean, that's probably a curse still.
Well, they're not necessarily evil. They're just spirits.
Well,
Sometimes
that's
they.
'cause obviously they want them to not have their goats. Kiddos, did anything else happen around the time of the rock slide?
Not that I know of. I think it was just the rock slide.
Did anything weird happen around the rock slide? Like, was there a storm, or did it just kind of come out of nowhere?
That's the strange part, is it just sort of happened.
Did any weird people come through town before the rock slide?
They look at each other to like check, and they all shake their heads.
Oh,
You're
gosh.
the only people that have come through.
Where did the rock slide happen? It was just the place at the pass?
Yeah. It's just out of town.
All right. Should we go take a look?
I really don't want to leave the goats out here by themselves. I mean, I know they'll be fine, but they're acting really weird. I don't know if they could defend themselves.
Oh, time to start making some goat trips.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Kira like grabs some branches, starts slashing them
She's
together.
like,
She's like, attaches her glaive to one part.
Yeah, well,
what
did
I-
the goats need that? She didn't specify alive or dead, right? We just
They
like,
need 'em alive.
I think they want to keep
Yeah,
them
Definitely
safe.
alive.
What
No, we're not.
about what if we just knock them all out?
No,
they're not
we're not-
dead. They're just
We
unconscious.
can't carry them all back before the pass is cleared.
Well, what if we just attach them to the zip
I-
lines?
I could try putting them to sleep.
Oh no, please don't do this, friends. I'm telling you. I know goats, it's not gonna be a good trip.
Sleepy goats. We could make a bunch of goat leashes. I have a bunch of rope.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we should go check out wherever the rock slide started.
Well, if they've been here all this time, I don't think they're
There's
going
no
to go
predators
anywhere
in the
else.
area.
Someone really freaked them out.
Yeah, it has to be a person if like people are spooking them. Maybe.
Mm.
Or spirits.
Oh,
Could
maybe we
be.
should like get some food. What do goats eat? I don't know. what goats
Everything.
eat.
There's a couple different types of feed, but they'll probably be more happy grazing, honestly.
So maybe like a treat to lure them out.
A
Like we throw
treat.
chum in the water to attract sharks. I was wondering if like goats were similar.
I don't know if there's a good
Don't think
equivalent of
So,
chum.
Danjin,
Mhm.
I think you've sort of like been on the edge of the group. Like everybody's talking a lot, and Danjin is just sort of like nearby. And as all of this chatter is going on, one of the goats gets close to you,
Oh, hey there, buddy.
and it chews on one of your flowing fabric bits real quick.
Oh, wait, hold on now. This is kind of fancy. Oh. Wait. What are you
Oh.
doing?
Why? How is it?
Hey,
It's getting close to you.
Maybe
hi.
Ganjin is goat bait.
Am I goat bait?
Can we
Well,
leave
you
him
know,
here
now-
and go look at the pass?
No, maybe you should sing or something to them.
Sing to goats.
Yeah, sing to the goats and like lead them.
Sing to the goats?
I mean,
Do
you
you
can
think-
try it.
I mean, you're the expert on goats. Do you think they'll like my singing?
They never liked my singing, but you have a much better voice than I do.
Wow. I'm
Well, if
flattered.
they start to hate it, you can always just stop.
That's true. Oh gosh, now I'm on the spot. Let's see. So he pulls out his ukulele. Do you really think this is gonna work?
Just do it.
Okay.
I think
Do it.
with that, as you prepare to make music, we actually went way over the hour because I was having too much fun. So we're gonna take a quick final break here, and then when we get back, we'll see how singing to the goats goes. See you soon.
Gonna Pied Piper this bullshit. Extreme goat herders?
Yes, Extreme Goat Herders, welcome back to
That's
the
us.
final hour of episode 3 of Ryuutama Seyo. So you are starting to play music,
Yeah.
Anshin.
Yep.
And go ahead and make a performance check if that's a
there
thing
a
on your
check?
sheet somewhere. Otherwise, it's going to be Dex and Spirit.
Okay.
As a D&D player, the stats in this game are such a stretch for me to wrap my brain around because there's like this would be like roll charisma. Nope, no charisma. Spirit.
Yeah, I don't think there's a performance.
All right, then yeah,
No, I don't
just
see one.
Dex and Spirit makes sense to me. Dex for the instrument, Spirit for feeling the song.
Are you feeling it?
Yeah. All right, let's
Feeling
find
it now,
out.
Mr. Krabs. All right. So as you begin to play this song, you see the color of the goat's eyes change. They had a curious blue tint to them that fades back to the usual normal hazel that most goats typically have, and it grows noticeably calmer.
It's working.
You can continue to play, and as you go between the peaks, past these goats and Lamb, you're like directing everyone to actually herd them. But as you get close and they hear this song, you can see each of these goats is soothed. And returning to Echo Crag, you're greeted by many jubilant villagers and the mouth-watering smells of cooking stew. The energy is already warm. It might be goat stew, yeah. The energy is already warm and inviting when the music starts, but before you can all settle in, you see Eva make eye contact with Danjun and beckon him over.
Me?
She doesn't wait. She just walks back into her house.
Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, you're in trouble. Go get it.
You're not in trouble. You did a good thing.
All right. So I make my way in.
Do any of the rest of you go with?
I'll go with just to make sure doesn't get like stabbed or something.
I'll
I'll
be
like wait on the outside, but like I'll listen in if that makes sense.
Okay, and if you hear a scream that sounds like him being stabbed, you'll...
Yeah, then I'll enter and kick her butt. But
All right.
gotta make sure.
When you enter Danjun, the smoke is still filling the area, and you have to like weave your way through these shelves, but you find Eva sitting all like enshrouded in her shawl and whatnot, on a carpet in the back of the shop.
Hi. You called me in?
I did. You did a good thing today. Danjun, is it?
Yeah, you can call me DJ if you want.
You're traveling with the Amulet of Seasons, aren't you?
That's right. I'm taking it back to my family.
Do you know the tale of 5 sisters?
No. What's that?
She gestures to the carpet in front of her.
Okay, that's a really nice carpet.
Sit down and be quiet.
Okay. It's a compliment, I swear.
She just looks at you. You should work on listening. Mukashi. There was a lord with 5 daughters. When he died, his lands and his scepter of office were divided evenly between them. But the middle sister, Arashi, wanted to rule over them all. Arashi, in her greed, tried to steal the pieces of the scepter from the other sisters. When they discovered her treachery, they were furious. Fuyu, the eldest, was the first to speak, and her words carried a bitter chill. Arashi, she said, has betrayed us. If she enters my domain, no one shall house her. Aki, the second sister, spoke after, her words weary and sorrowful. Our sister has broken the bonds of kinship, she said. If she enters my domain, all shall remind her of her transgressions. The fourth sister, Natsu, spoke next, brimming with passion. Sister, you have turned your back on us. If you enter my domain, you will be driven out by force. Finally, the youngest, Haru, spoke, her voice bright and warm. Sister, you have hurt yourself by hurting us. But if you make amends, perhaps you can be forgiven. Be calm, sisters, and let forgiveness wash away the pain you feel. Eva pauses for a moment and watches to see as if the words settle in. The others were angered by Haru's words, but Arashi replied with contrition. Sisters, I have heard you, she said. I am sorry for my actions. I will do anything to earn back your trust. The sisters agreed to forgive, and peace fell across the land once more. There's a pause. She looks at your reaction. How does Danjin react?
Well, this is a really great story.
It's not done.
Okay.
The next summer was harsh, and Natsu's people worked hard in the fields. To show her generosity, Arashi brought fine sake to her sister. But while everyone celebrated, Arashi stole Natsu's portion of the scepter. When the fall came, the strong winds tore the shoji in Aki's palace. To show her compassion, Arashi brought beautiful washi to her sister. But while everyone worked to repair the palace, Arashi stole Aki's portion of the scepter. The winter was long, and Fuyu's people grew hungry. To show her devotion, Arashi brought many carts of rice to her sister. But while everyone cooked, Arashi stole Fuyu's portion of the scepter. At last, the spring came, and it was mild, and Haru wanted for nothing. So to show her love, Arashi traveled to visit her sister alone. But when she arrived, all 4 of her sisters were waiting for her. You were given a chance to change, Arashi, Haru said. But even your kindnesses carried poison. You will hold dominion over none of our father's lands, and all will close their doors at your approach. And so Arashi's portion was cast into darkness where none could hold it, and she was left to walk the world alone. She leans back.
Is this about the dragons?
Could be. Could not be.
Why are you telling me this story?
We tell stories like this so that wisdom can be passed down through generations. You are a storyteller, Danjin. That is important. That is no small task. Arashi could not be trusted because she did not truly wish to change. Keep this in mind when cruel people suddenly treat you differently.
Do you really think I'm a storyteller?
I can hear it in your mighty voice.
Stop. You know, earlier you told me not to make everything about myself, and I was thinking about that all day today. I almost didn't sing, actually, because I didn't want to step on anyone's toes, but now I get it. I think you want me to listen more. Which I'm not very good at, to be honest. Though I tried today.
Most people aren't.
Maybe I can listen to some more along.
Indeed, a story heard is just as valuable as a story told. But that's enough. I'm You've listened to me plenty for one night. Go, be young and have fun.
Can I ask you one question before I leave?
One.
Are there mountain spirits out there?
Of course. You just have to listen hard enough.
Thought so. I'll be listening.
She nods. And you can go back out. The celebration is it's not as boisterous as the like citywide fair that happened in the City of Blossoms, but it's warmer. Almost. It's more intimate. It's more personal. And Pico like stands on furniture and talks about how awesome you all were, and when she gets to the part where Mule was really scared on the zipline, everybody laughs. But then she also talks about how everybody like came together to shepherd the goats, and everyone's like, yeah, and you all get like extra portions of stew and like slaps on the back.
Hero gets very intimate with the food.
Yeah, Kira, you just got like the bowl up to your face and you're doing the shovel. Yeah. Nice. And with that, our camera rises up out of the canyon of Echo Crag, back around, and we see the precipice that you were on just yesterday evening. We see a dark, cloaked figure step out of the cave, lean down and sift through the rubble remains of the creature you fought, and lift up a necklace. We see emblazoned on the necklace a face with two curling ram's horns. And we see the second hand come out of the cloak and flick out a paper talisman, and on it 6 blue glowing eyes appear. And that is the end of our episode. So, this show will be returning in 2 weeks. But before that, we are going to do some shout-outs and close ourselves out for the tonight. Jesus. And this is why we're at the end of the episode. It's because I can't speak anymore. So, Jess, save me from talking. Talk about yourself.
What? Oh, me? Okay. Well, if you're not tired of hearing me talk, you can go follow me over to my Twitch channel in round about 45 minutes to an hour, and we can go date some samurai husbands, because that is literally all my Twitch channel is, and will be until I'm done with Hakuoki. We're dating Soji right now, so yay, my personal fave. My fave. Shut up. My fave. And otherwise, you can follow me on Little Cup of Joe. I do art for this show and other things. And then I will be on Scraticus's channel on Thursday nights. Encounter Roleplay on Tuesday evening afternoons, depending on your time zone. And I think other things, just Twitter. Little Cup of Joe, Twitter. All the things are there.
Everything's on Twitter. Twitter's the place to be.
Yep.
If you're not on Twitter and you're into RPG stuff, you're missing out. There are plenty of sections of Twitter that you don't want to go to, but the RPG section is community is fantastic.
It's a good place.
Speaking of fantastic communities, Summer, talk about yourself, what you do on the internet, where people can find you.
Yeah, this is awesome. I love this show so much. I can't wait for 2 weeks from now. But yeah, I am Summer. I have a channel here on Twitch called Off the Table. That's off_the table, where we play a bunch of different games. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, starting up Thursday, probably next Thursday, and then Friday. And then I'm on other shows, other channels like this one every Saturday. So I'll be back in a week. I'm really excited to go back to that too. So yeah, just follow me on Twitter at Just a Summer Job. That's where I talk about everything that I do. It's just way easier to keep track of. It's all in the same place. Also, my trash posts are there too. So if you're interested in content garbage.
Hell yeah.
On this
All
channel,
right.
we love and defend garbage.
Yes, we love garbage.
It's true. Jolie.
Hello, I'm Jolie. I am here on Ryuutama every other week. That's pretty much all I'm up to. You can follow me on Twitter if you want. That's pretty much it right now. I'm not up to too much, but yeah, I'm here every other week.
Jolie is nice. Follow him on Twitter and Twitch to give him digital validation.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Lindy.
Can I just say we did so much better against that fossil creature than we did against that damn deer? Like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Like
Yeah.
I missed the fighting of last episode, but so my only experience has been the deer, and that was so much better than that deer. The deer was so embarrassing.
That was
Deers are
bonkers.
dangerous.
I actually got to hit things. I was so excited. I was like, clave. Normally I'm not super into combat in these games, but I've definitely made like a real fighter, real fighting personality.
Yeah, it
I
helped that
almost
your
picked-
stats went up between
Yeah.
episodes.
That's true. That is very true. I was this close to just kicking in that clubhouse door. I'm like, you're gonna let us in.
That's
That's
our
Tina's
club
thing.
now.
There's
She
no way to
just
keep
kicks
us out
indoors.
now. Yeah, it's this close. But yeah, you can find me online at LaughLoveLindy on pretty much all the social medias. Eagerly waiting 2 weeks from now when we go to who knows where next. Still in the general direction of the Summerlands. Can't wait to see what happens where we go. Yeah, it's gonna be really awesome. And I do a lot of Call of Cthulhu. I do a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm gonna be doing one shots for the next couple weeks on my channel until I finish prepping my Mists of Ravenloft campaign that I'm super excited about. And I'm gonna be DMing Vampire the Masquerade with Jess on Tuesday, and it's gonna be super. Hopefully, it's gonna be super exciting. We'll see. It's all working on in the next couple days. But then Call of
believe in
Cthulhu on
you.
Wednesday on Encounter Roleplay is gonna be super awesome too. I'm really hyped about that. So yeah, just come check it out. I post on Twitter whenever I'm doing stuff. So
Awesome. This channel will be live again on Tuesday for the League Tomb of Annihilation, which is our Dungeons & Dragons Adventurers League Tomb of Annihilation game. Our party has just started actually doing some dungeon crawling after many, many episodes of wandering lost through the jungle. So if you like crunchier stuff and would like to see that, that is the show to check out on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific. On Wednesday, I will be back with more of the Banner Saga, which is a fantastic game. If you're not already checking that out, either to play it or to watch it or both, I absolutely recommend that you do. And then a week from today, so next Saturday, we will be live again with From Dust, which is our Dungeon World game, which has familiar faces pointing this way. Yeah, Summer and Jess are both on that, along with Kiena, who's a fantastic player and DM, and Adam Rowe, who is a fantastic player and voice actor. And I caught a thing after the episode. I noticed a move that I should, or a move that was triggered that I did not bring up. So when we come back on Saturday, we will be coming back to the entire party dealing with some stuff. So if that vagueness interests you.
Why would you tell us that now?
Yeah, that gives us
Because
a whole week to think about it.
he wants
It
to simmer
does.
all week.
It
That's-
does.
that's the-
But the
yeah.
thing is,
Okay.
you don't get to choose if it happens or not. So you can think about it and
Okay.
torture yourself with it for as long
Okay.
as you want.
That's fine.
But yeah, it's definitely a different game from this. It's not super crunchy, which is nice. But it's much darker. But there's plenty of
think?
drama to thrive on in that game. So check that out. I think that's it for my shout outs. Holy crap. Real quick. Grim, thank you for
Thanks, Grim.
gifting a sub to HN Stranger. But also, I want to do some quick thanks for other people. We got lots of follows today, but also big thanks to Grant Ellis, who I know is no longer in chat, but thank you. You have been immortalized on YouTube. And also for the Jesus, is that 5K bits tonight? Holy crap.
Yep.
Grant.
It's a heck of a lot of bits.
It's been
you so
immortalized in my
much.
heart.
He just like stepped in and was like with the bits.
And Grim with the gift sub to Mr. Lovejoy. I do want to take this opportunity to point out and shout out our Discord server, which you can see on the screen right now. Even you, YouTube. Typically the Discord link shows up in chat on sort of a schedule. I purposefully don't put it anywhere where you can like Control F and find it on the internet, so that only people who are actually consuming the stuff show up. Jesus, Grim with the gift sub to Lauren.
Dang!
I'm trying to say something, Grim, but thank you very much. Big hearts.
It's going wild with these gift subs.
But even if you're on YouTube, you can see that link there. It's very short. It's easy to type in, and you can chat about our shows. You can chat with the people on the shows. You can ask Summer why, just why, every week. And we do an anime movie night slash TV night every weekend. So if you want more good anime community times, you should hop in on that. Thank you all so much. Thanks to the four of you for playing tonight. I love playing this game so much. And it is made a million times more amazing and special for the inclusion of you in particular. So thank you. And also chat, thank you so much for watching. But most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night.